जिनेंद्र सभी को वेरी गुड इवनिंग एंड अ वार्म वेलकम। आज हमारे मौजूद हैं सारे आप सब ऑडियंस, हमारी बड़ी बड़ी हस्तियां। मैं इस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत करने से पहले हमारे सारे जो अतिथि है उनका स्वागत नासिक ढोल से करना चाहूंगा। हमारे साथ हैं हमारे शार्क्स, आज के शार्क्स। वन बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर आवर शार्क्स। बड़ा हमारा नासिक जीतो यूथ के लिए बड़ा दिन है। मैं हमारे जीतो यूथ को भी इनवाइट करता हूँ। सभी का इस मंच पे स्वागत है। आप सभी का दोबारा वेलकम। जय जिनेंद्र। हम आज की इवेंट की शुरुआत करने जा रहे हैं। आप सभी को रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो बाहर है वो अपनी अपनी सीट्स ले ले। अभी हाउसफुल हो जाएगा, सीट मिलेगी नहीं दोबारा। आप सबका स्वागत है। इवेंट की शुरुआत करने से पहले हमारे जीतो के हर इवेंट में हम लोग शुरुआत करते हैं नौकान मंत्र से। तो आज के इस ऑस्पिशियस डे की हम शुरुआत करेंगे नौकान मंत्र से। मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि नौकान मंत्र का जीतो नासिक की ओर से स्वागत करते हैं। आज का इस इवेंट बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण, बहुत ही रोमांचक इवेंट है। इट्स वन ऑफ अ काइंड इवेंट। शार्क एंजल्स के बारे में हम आप इस इवेंट के बारे में जानेंगे। इससे पहले मैं मंच पे इनवाइट करना चाहूँगा हमारे जीतो के आरओएम जोन के वाइस चेयरमैन सतीश जी हिरन, सीए सतीश जी हिरन। ये जीतो के वाइस चेयरमैन आरओएम जोन के हैं। इससे पहले वो सेक्रेटरी थे, चीफ सेक्रेटरी नासिक के। इनके लीडरशिप के अंदर हम लोगों ने काफ़ी कुछ सीखा है और मैं सतीश सर से सबको वेलकम करना के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ।
गुड इवनिंग एंड जय जय। शमन भगवान महावीर के चरणों में कोटि कोटि वंदन। जीतो नासिक, जीतो इंक्यूबेशन एंड इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन एवं नेशनल यूथ विंग आयोजित आज के ये शार्क एंजल प्रोग्राम में पधारे हुए मैं एक एक शार्क का बताता हूँ। पहले शार्क जिन्होंने हमारे विनती पे उनका अब्रॉड ट्रिप रिशेड्यूल किया और कल रात या बॉम्बे पहुंचने के बाद आज अभी हमारे बीच में अभी उपस्थित हुए ऐसे वेरी डायनामिक, वेरी डेडिकेटेड पर्सन जीतो एपेक्स के सेक्रेटरी श्री मनोज जी मेहता। जिन्होंने जेपीएफ का झंडा सिर्फ भारत में नहीं तो पूरे विश्व में लहराया है, ऐसे जीतो प्रोफेशनल फोरम के नेशनल चेयरमैन अजय जी बोहरा, नासिक जीतो के फाउंडर एचडीबी, वेरी टैलेंटेड इंटेलेक्चुअल इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, जिन्होंने नासिक के साथ चाइना, पोलैंड एवं यूके में अपनी फैक्ट्री शुरू की है और पूरे विश्व में यहाँ से वो बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, ऐसे नरेंद्र गोलिया अंकल, जीतो फाउंडर के पिलर, जीप के लिए जिन्होंने शुरुआत में अभी तक जो एक अपना ऑफिस उपलब्ध कराया था और अभी जीप के जो ऑफिशियल स्पॉन्सर है, ऐसे सेलो ग्रुप के चेयरमैन जो हम सब जानते हैं प्रदीप जी राठौर, इनके सुपुत्र जो अपना फैमिली और बिजनेस अपने कार्यशैली से एक अलग मुकाम पे लेके जा रहे हैं, ऐसे वेरी यंग डायनामिक गौरव जी राठौर, नासिक का गौरव, नासिक जीतो के मेंटर हमारे अशोका ग्रुप के चेयरमैन श्री अशोक जी कटारिया एवं सतीश जी पारक, इनके तालीम में जो तैयार हुए हैं और जो बिजनेस नेशनल लेवल पे चल रहा था, वो अभी जिन्होंने इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे वो बिजनेस बढ़ाया है और बहुत सारे कंट्रीज में जिनका काम चालू है, इवन रिसेंटली अभी साउथ अमेरिका में भी जिन्होंने काम शुरू किया, ऐसे नेतृत्व वाले पर्सन, वेरी डायनामिक पर्सन, अशोका बिल्डकॉन के डायरेक्टर आशीष जी कटारिया, इस सभी स्टाफ का मैं तहे दिल से जीतो नासिक चैप्टर एवं रेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र से हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। जीतो अपेक्स के डायरेक्टर मिलिंद जी शाह, जीतो यूथ विंग नेशनल चेयरमैन, वेरी डायनामिक एंड एक्टिव पर्सन, जो बोलते हैं हर घर जीतो हर दिल जीतो, ऐसे हमारे नेशनल अपेक्स चेयरमैन धीरज जी छाजे, जेडब्ल्यू नेशनल चेयरपर्सन सुनीता भाभी बोहरा, जीप के चीफ सेक्रेटरी जिनेंद्र जी भंडारी, हम सबके चहेते और जिन्होंने जीतो को हर गांव हर सिटी में करने में जिनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है, वो हमारे सबको मालूम है शांतिलाल जी गवा, उनके सुपुत्र जो अभी जीप के नेशनल कन्वेनर है विकास जी गवा, शार्क एंजल के स्पॉन्सर मुफिन के संचालक मनीष जी जैन, यहाँ पधारे हुए सभी स्टार्टअप एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, नेशनल यूथ विंग के सभी पदाधिकारी, जीतो के सभी एफसीपी सीपी मेंबर्स, सभी मेंबर्स, मालेगांव से पधारे हुए मालेगांव चैप्टर के चेयरमैन विजय जी लोड़ा, चीफ सेक्रेटरी दीपक जी मोदी, उनकी पूरी टीम, ऑनलाइन हमें सब रेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के सभी चैप्टर के पदाधिकारी एवं सब मेंबर्स ऑनलाइन हमें जुड़े हुए सभी मेंबर्स, सभी जीतो मेंबर्स यहाँ पधारे हुए
करता हूँ कमलेश जी कोठारी।
थैंक यू आकाश। सभी को पुनः एक बार जय जिनेंद्र। वक्त आज बहुत कम है और उस कम वक्त में बहुत कुछ बोलना है, लेकिन समय की सीमा को देखते हुए मैं 2 मिनट में अपना वक्तव्य रख रहा हूँ। बहुत खुशकिस्मत होते हैं वो लोग जिन्हें समय और समझ एक साथ मिलती है। बहुत खुशकिस्मत होते हैं वो लोग जिन्हें समय और समझ एक साथ मिलती है, क्योंकि अक्सर समय पर समझ नहीं आती और जब समझ आती है तो समय निकल जाता है। आज यहाँ पर वो सब शख्सियत उपस्थित है जिनको हम सुनने देखने आए हैं कि जिनको समय और समझ एक साथ मिली है, और उनको देखने के पश्चात हम भी उनसे सीखकर इस नासिक को, हमारे एंटरप्रेन्योर ट्रेनियों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रयास करेंगे। जीतो नासिक चैप्टर आज तक इस 2 साल में इस कोविड पीरियड को देखते हुए लगभग 63 प्रोग्राम्स कर चुका है, जिसमें काफी सारी बड़ी इवेंट्स हमने साझा की। मैं सिर्फ एक 4-5 इवेंट के बारे में बताऊंगा। जिसमें हमने JBM 2 महीने पहले 360 वेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के नासिक में ली, होटल रेडिसन ब्लू के अंदर जीतो सेवा के अंदर हमने हाट बाजार, कोविड सेंटर, ऑक्सीजन बैंक, कैपिटल असिस्टेंस यह प्रोग्राम लिए। JPF कमेटी के अंदर बहुत प्रोग्राम लिया, लेकिन जिसमें बड़ा प्रोग्राम हमने होटल मैरियट में लिया, आइस ब्रेकअप, कि जो हमारे कनेक्टेड जैन कम्युनिटी के लोग इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है, जो बड़े ओहदे पे है, उनको समाज के साथ कनेक्ट करने का वो प्रोग्राम हमने लिया, जिसमें अजय भाव की भूमिका बहुत अहम थी। और लास्ट अभी सुपर इंटेक प्रोग्राम हुआ जीतो कनेक्ट के अंदर, कि जिसमें हमने जीतो मेंबर्स प्लस जीतो यूथ मेंबर्स इनको एक साथ में बॉक्स क्रिकेट के साथ कनेक्ट किया। वह इवेंट बिजनेस बढ़ाने के लिए और एक दूसरे का कनेक्ट बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत ही मददगार साबित हुई। ऐसे बहुत सी इवेंट्स हैं, लेकिन मैं संक्षिप्त में आपको बताया। अभी जिस इवेंट को लेकर आज आपके सामने हम उपस्थित है, जीतो इनोवेशन एंड इंक्यूबेशन फाउंडेशन मुंबई, पुणे, नोएडा और कोलकाता इन शहरों में अब तक ये इवेंट हुई है। नासिक का नंबर कहीं भी आसपास नहीं था, लेकिन वो मौका हमें JIIF कमेटी ने दिया, हमारे कार्य को देखते हुए कि आप ये कर सकते हो। और यह करने का बीड़ा अंकुर जी के नेतृत्व में और हमारे पूरे टीम के नेतृत्व में हमने उठाया। लास्ट 1 मंथ में हमने जो सब किया, उसका रिजल्ट आज आपके सामने है। और मुझे कहने में बहुत खुशी है कि जब यह प्रोग्राम अनाउंस हुआ और जब स्टार्टअप्स के एप्लीकेशन एपेक्स में जाने लगे, तो आपको कहने को आश्चर्य होगा कि 22 एप्लीकेशन इस नासिक शहर से जीतो एपेक्स में पहुंची। ये बहुत बड़ा आंकड़ा है। इससे साबित होता है कि इस इवेंट की जरूरत क्यों है, और यह करने के पश्चात हमारे नासिक का जो टैलेंट है वो इंडिया और इंटरनेशनल लेवल के ऊपर जा सकता है। और वह आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमने ये कार्य हाथ में लिया, क्योंकि अभी तक काली पीली टैक्सी से ओला उबर तक और ट्रक कॉल से वीडियो कॉल तक बहुत से चेंजेस हमने देखे। और बिजनेस हर आदमी करता है, लेकिन अभी जो नए सब यंग टैलेंट है, उसी बिजनेस को इस स्टार्टअप की तरह अभी आगे बढ़ाना चाहता है। और वह सब करने के लिए हमने इस प्लेटफॉर्म का इस्तेमाल किया है। और इस प्लेटफॉर्म का इस्तेमाल कर यह सब टैलेंट हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे। बस इतना कहकर मैं अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ। उसके पश्चात एक बार बोलूंगा कि इसी के अंदर जो जीतो एंजल नेटवर्क जान जिसको हम बोलते हैं, उसका मेंबरशिप क्यों लेना चाहिए, यह आगे आपको बताएंगे। और उसके लिए हमारे संजय जी बुर्रड़, डॉक्टर संजय जी बुर्रड़ और अंकुर जी सुराना, इनके साथ आप उनका सुनने के पश्चात उस मेंबरशिप के लिए कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू कमलेश अंकल। आगे बढ़ते हैं, हमारे बीच में काफ़ी सारे डिग्निटरीज हैं, जीतो अपेक्स की टीम है। हमारे नासिक के जीतो अपेक्स के डायरेक्टर और JPF के डायरेक्टर इंचार्ज मिलिंद जी शाह हमारे साथ मौजूद है। मिलिंद जी अंकल को रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि वो अपने 2 शब्द से हमें मोटिवेट करें। मिलिंद सर एक मेंटर के रूप में हमारे नासिक जीतो की टीम पे शुरू से जुड़े हुए हैं और जीतो के बहुत सारे नेशनल लेवल पे इस पे काम किया है। ये फाइनेंस में कंपनी रन करता है और बहुत ही जॉली एंड एवरग्रीन पर्सनालिटी है। वेलकम सतीश, वेलकम मिलिंद सर।
Thank you, Aakash. Welcome all. It's a great privilege to have our entire Apex here. Not entire, but if Gaurav is there, then as if entire Apex is here. And I welcome entire JIIF team also. अभी जो कमलेश भाई ने जो ब्यौरा बताया, तो नासिक जीतो का जो काम चलता है वो आपके सामने है पूरा। एंड मेरे को ऑलवेज एक चीज़ मार्क हुई है कि जब भी नासिक जीतो की बात निकलती है, बिकॉज एपेक्स में काम करते हैं तो काफ़ी बार अलग अलग चैप्टर में जाना होता है। वर्किंग कमेटी की मीटिंग होती थी पहले, जब वर्किंग कमेटी में था, उसके बाद में बोर्ड मीटिंग है या फिर इवन जोन की मीटिंग है, तो सब जगह नासिक चैप्टर का नाम निकलता है। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है, एक बड़ा राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज। इसके पीछे इनकी मेहनत भी बहुत रही है। हमारे सतीश जी हिरन बैठे यहाँ पर, इनका जो वर्क स्टाइल है, इन्होंने इतना सिस्टम परफेक्ट किया है यहाँ पर कि पूछो मत। मतलब मेरे को एक बात की बहुत खुशी है कि यहाँ पर नासिक चैप्टर एक ऐसा चैप्टर है कि जहाँ पर हर प्रोजेक्ट की कमिटी है एंड हर प्रोजेक्ट की कमिटी का पूरा क्या बोलते रिपोर्टिंग किया जाता है एंड हर कमिटी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। ऐसे अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट देखते रहे। एक बिजनेस पे जो आप बिल्डिंग भी यहाँ पर ऑलमोस्ट 200 करोड़ का वैल्यूएशन का बिल्डिंग भी ऐसे ही एक एफर्ट में से बाहर निकली है। तो दिस इज अ वंडरफुल टीम एंड और एक बात है कि जीतो की हमारी जो टीम है यहाँ पर जो टीम वर्क अगर मैं देखूँ तो ऐसा टीम वर्क मेरे को किधर भी दिख रहा है। इतना कोहेसिव कुछ भी काम हो कुछ भी करो फटाफट आगे आ जाते हैं। ऑपरेशन लेवल पे भी इन लोगों ने जो काम किया है दैट इज फिनोमिनल। मेंबरशिप ग्रोथ हो या फिर इनोवेटिव प्रोग्राम्स हो, वी आर बीन डूइंग इट वेरी वेल। दूसरी बात कि नासिक का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन एपेक्स में रहा है तो वो तो सबको मालूम ही है क्या क्या रहा है। हमारे पहले अशोक जी कटारिया ही वाज इन द बोर्ड फ्रॉम नासिक, उसके बाद में सतीश जी पारक वाज आल्सो ऑन बोर्ड एंड सेक्रेटरी जनरल विच इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पोस्ट इन जीतो। मनोज भाई जानते हैं पूरी इस बात को। एंड उनके दौरान कार्यकाल के दौरान जो चेंजेस लाए एसओपी वगैरह जो ड्राफ्ट करवा के प्रोसेस ड्रिवन, तो वो बहुत एक बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा। एंड लेडीज विंग में हमारी सुनीता जी बोरा दैट इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम नासिक। सुनीता जी ने जो काम करके दिखाया है वो आज तक मेरे हिसाब से कभी भी नहीं हुआ। एक बिग राउंड ऑफ एप्लॉज। इस बात में आपको जोड़ी के नाम लूंगा। तो ये अजय भाई तो आप जैसे सतीश भाई ने मेंशन किया ही था, तो आई लव हिम सो मच एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट एंड उनके साथ काम करने का मजा ही और कुछ है। सॉरी आई एम सॉरी लेकिन इट इज एपल ऑफ माय आईज, नो डाउट अबाउट दैट। एंड जेपीएफ में जो काम किया उन्होंने दैट वाज वेरी फिनोमिनल एंड आफ्टर सो मेनी अटेम्प्ट्स जेपीएफ को एक लेवल पे लेके जाके उसको लोगों को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए अजय भाई ने इतना स्ट्रैटेजिकली काम किया उसका कोई हद नहीं है। एंड आई एम रियली फॉर्चुनेट अजय भाई टू हैव गॉटन द चांस टू वर्क विद यू। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट। इसके बाद में अंकिता का भी बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा। आकाश हिमसेल्फ हैज कंट्रीब्यूटेड एट यूथ लेवल, वंडरफुल थिंग। When it comes to incubation, I have some good memories because I was a part of Manoj Bhai's team, the first.
I was part of your team. Your team, Satish Bhai did.
No. But इनका जो पैशन था जीत के लिए, जीत की जो भी नई टीम अभी यहाँ पर रहती है, I saw I met Karan today, he wasn't there. But जो मनोज भाई ने जो contribution दिया है, that is super phenomenal. मतलब उन्होंने literally has sweated blood actually I can say that इतने हद तक उन्होंने काम किया है। मतलब आज जो जीप जो दिख रहा है यार, जीप में से जो पैसा इकट्ठा होगा, जो पैसा खड़ा होगा, सब स्टार्टअप्स के लिए मेरा कहना है कि दिस इज ऑल पैसा।
मिलिंद भाई के साथ में शुरू में जब मेरा टेन्योर जीतो का 6 साल का ही है, जब जिफ का स्ट्रेटेजी जी बन रही थी, बनी मोतीलाल जी उस वक्त जी के ऑफिस में सतीश भाई पारे मिलिंद भाई and I have personally learned with Milind bhai. I have worked with Satish bhai की working style. I want to say 2 things about Nashik. आज नासिक में जो efforts और जो रत्न अपेक्स की दुनिया में ऐसे अपेक्स में आपको बात कर रहा हूँ कि सुनीता जी, अजय जी, सतीश जी, हिरन, अंकिता, मिलिंद भाई विद सोच और जो प्रोसेस के साथ में काम करने की कोशिश की उससे भी हम लोग सीखते हैं। एंड अगर जीफ आज जो लेवल के ऊपर it was once that conceived, it was efforts of Satish bhai also that time when we all together sat together started thinking how will be processed. Satish bhai के साथ में हमने second cut third cut बनते थे और मिलिंद भाई, so ये जिफ का जो भी ढांचा है मिलिंद भाई was part of that. So I want to also give a big round of applause for Milinda bhai.
Thank you. अदर मेन कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज बाय प्रदीप भाई राठौड़। प्रदीप भाई राठौड़ का रोल तो जीतो में इतना फिनोमिनल रहा है, यू आल्सो बीन विटनेसिंग टू इट। आज भी वो दिन का 2-3 घंटा जीतो को देते हैं। तो इंक्यूबेशन में प्रदीप भाई ने उनका जो ऑफिस था एंड विद द स्टेट ऑफ आर्ट फैसिलिटी वो वहाँ पर खड़ा किया है, वहाँ पर काफ़ी स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेट हुए हैं। सो आई हैव अ स्पेशल एंड फॉन्ड मेमोरी ऑफ दैट फर्स्ट टर्म। अभी ये जो आज का प्रोग्राम हो रहा है तो यहाँ पर काफ़ी हमारी नासिक की लोकल टीम का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है। तो आई विल लाइक टू रिकॉग्नाइज अंकुर सुराना, प्लीज स्टैंड अप। थैंक यू सो मच। Narendraji Goliya, please stand up. Thank you. Aakash, Jain, Pankaj ji Patni, Pankaj bhai कहाँ पर हो? Thank you. Sandeep bhai Lukad, Sandeep bhai, okay. Sandeep Lunawat, Ajay Bedmutha, thank you so much. Ajay bhai, thank you so much. Sachin Bagota, okay. Rakesh Botra, thank you. Dheeraj Picha, thank you Dheeraj. And from youth was also very active. So all credit goes to Rahul also. Rahul, please stand up. Big round of applause for Rahul. And I'm supported by Chirag and Saurabh. Yes, Saurabh. Okay. Saurabh Parak. Yes, Saurabh Parak. अभी एंजल्स की हैंड ओवर टू एंजल्स, शार्क को एंजल्स भी बोला जाता है. तो मेरे कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन एंजल्स के बारे में. एक होता है आयुर्वेदिक एंजल. क्या आयुर्वेदिक एंजल? तो मतलब बोलचाल में बहुत बढ़िया होता है, लेकिन इमरजेंसी में काम नहीं आता है. दैट इज आयुर्वेदिक एंजल. इसके बाद में होता है एक एलोपैथिक एंजल. इमरजेंसी में काम आता है, लेकिन क्या साइड इफेक्ट देगा वो आप कभी नहीं बता पाओगे. और एक होम्योपैथिक एंजल, मतलब वैसे तो काम की होती नहीं है, लेकिन साथ में रहे तो अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन हमारी ये जीतो एंजल्स ये आपके साथ भी रहेंगे और आपके साथ काम भी करेंगे. सो वेलकम यू ऑल. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, Narendra uncle. Your words are always very encouraging. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, today's program, this program wouldn't be possible without the JITO Incubation and Innovation Foundation, and we are lucky to have the Chief Secretary of National JITO Incubation and Innovation Foundation. I please welcome Narendraji Goliya, formerly known as JB. He runs a company called MTC Group, which is having more than 300 professionals. He's a very avid investor and startup enthusiast, and I request him to share his thoughts on startups, investing, and JIIF work. Thank you.
Thank you, Nashik. It's a packed house. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm just going to take 5 minutes to sell JIIF. JIIF is very close to my heart, and we've been working very, very hard to take JIIF to the next level. We have invested 120 crores in more than 60 companies and given average return of 4x on paper at least, and some exits which we have incubated at the incubation center more than 100 companies. Jinal is here who's handling incubation, she's handling JIIF Shark Angels, and any company from Nashik who needs incubation support service, the whole team of JIIF is here. Please talk to them, take their cards, speak to them, get everything out of them. A big team is here to assist each one of you so that Nashik comes out as a big shine in incubation and startup entrepreneurship and innovation. So my humble request, please use this opportunity. The team is here. Any kids whom you know needs incubation, needs mentorship support for his startup, his entrepreneurship journey. He wants to bounce off ideas. These big sharks have come. You know, the whole idea of getting local sharks is कल आपको कुछ ज़रूरत हो, आपको लगे कि I need help, please ensure that you speak to them and contact them. We've set up a lot of effort in Shark Angels. We've set it up in 4 cities. We are going to all the cities. 5 more cities are lined up in this month itself, so that every small city in this country where JITO is there gets the benefit of this incubation and innovation foundation center which we've set up. So everything is here. आपको सिर्फ use करना है हमें. And of course, member भी बनना है. Karan is here who leads membership. So I'm not selling membership. Don't become members if you don't feel like. But it's a great value add at the end of the day to get mentorship, to get incubation services, to get mentorship services, everything out of it. We went to Israel last month. 19 members from JIIF went to Israel. We saw so many startups. We met so many entrepreneurs in Israel. Israel is the startup capital of the world. lovely time, 6 days in Israel. We had an annual conference. We had in October 2021, we had an annual conference. We had unicorn founders coming on stage and speaking to us. We had VCs. We had private equity firms coming and speaking on the stage and explaining them what they look in startups and how they evaluate startups. The whole idea of this JIIF Shark Angels for you in the audience, and this is very important for you to understand, is to understand how these successful entrepreneurs think when they evaluate a startup. Correct? ये questions पूछेंगे, ये debate करेंगे, ये valuation discuss करेंगे, but I think the point each one of you sitting in the audience is that we know and we should think how they think, how they make the money 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x. Manoj bhai is invested in one startup where he's already 10x. We all envy him for that. So please think and understand how they evaluate each startup on the stage and they come out. So lastly, want to thank Vikas who's here, Youthwin who's here, the entire JIIF team who's here, who's put this event in Nashik. And please take the best out of all of us so that you carry home good memories. Thank you.
Thanks, JB. This event is being sponsored by Mufin Finance. We have Manish G. Jain, who is also the Chief Secretary of JITO Mumbai Zone. He is the founder of Mufin Finance and Finmin Advisors. I kindly request him to please grace the occasion, and we all welcome him with a round of applause.
जय जिनेंद्र, मैं यहाँ बैठे सब की तरफ से जीतो नासिक और JIIF टीम को धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा कि नेशन के स्टार्टअप्स के लिए यूनिक अपॉर्चुनिटी को लाया है एंड स्टार्टअप्स कैन रेज मनी विद सच अ गुड कॉन्फिडेंस एंड उसके लिए हमारे जितने भी शाख हैं उनको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. सो दे आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग अ लॉट इन मेंटरशिप एज वेल एज इन्वेस्टिंग. Lastly, I would also like सबके लिए इसे कहना चाहूँगा कि there is a lot to learn from here. हर किसी के लिए बहुत कुछ सीखने को है, तो प्लीज फोकस के साथ ध्यान से पूरा इवेंट अटेंड कीजिएगा. Everybody from any age, right from the young age to the old age, सबके लिए कुछ ना कुछ आज एक्सपीरियंस होगा. Thank you.
Thank you, Manish. फाइनली हमारी आज मेजॉरिटी यहाँ पे यूथ है जो यहाँ इस इवेंट पर बेनिफिट करने वाली है. एंड वी आर वेरी लकी टू हैव आवर यूथ चेयरमैन श्री धीरज शाह जी, हमारे इंडिया युवा नेता यूथ जीतो के आइकॉन धीरज शाह जी इज बाय द नेम ऑफ किशन मैनॉक्स एंड आई वेलकम हिम टू नासिक. वेलकम जीतो.
Thank you Aakash. Respected dignitaries of the stage, it feels great to be here in Nashik again. I think in 1 month I've come here twice, and it is only because of the love of Nashik and the way these people have been doing events on the youth level and also on the national level. It feels great to be here. Talking about JITO Youth, as Aakash said, there are a lot of youths here today. So speaking about it, when we started, it was 2,700 members in 46 cities, and now we've grown to about 8,000 plus members. That is 3x in about 60 cities. So in terms of membership, we've done that. We've done Inspire. We've integrated with all the major projects. So one of the reasons is obviously the dignitaries sitting here, Manojji and JB, who's here from the JIIF. We've done JIIF Shark Angels. I don't know if you guys know, but JIIF Shark Angels, जो ये नाम दिया गया है, it was first started in Pune and it was done by youth, and now I think it has been beautifully executed by JIIF team. तो तभी तो हमने JITO Shark Tank का इवेंट रखा था. There बाकी बात बहुत सारे लोगों को पता नहीं था, but today now it has become a great event in JIIF for that matter. And then of course we have Ajayji here, who's my personal mentor also. They are doing JBF iBox event with them on the national level and various other projects to actually give benefits out to all the members. If you actually see JITO as an organization, 80% of the projects जहाँ पे beneficiaries सिर्फ और सिर्फ youth होती है, and also very much also the ladies doing, because इस बार हमने साथ में मिलकर काफी सारे projects किए where Sunita ji has actually woken up the ladies, जहाँ पे entrepreneurs देख रहे हैं हम लोग. In fact, I know that from the past 2 months, ladies के economic empowerment के ऊपर इतने जबरदस्त projects हो रहे हैं, and we've been seeing that kind of leadership coming from Nashik for that matter. And of course, last but not least, हम लोग एक national youth conclave करने वाले जोधपुर के लिए, जिसके बारे में आप सबको अवेयर करना चाह रहे हैं. It is happening in Jodhpur on 16th, 17th and 18th of September. In fact, last 2 days I was in Delhi, and I'm very, very happy to say that Gajendra Shekhawat, who is the Union Minister of Jal Shakti, has become a personal mentor for this program. He went to the Parliament, he made us meet and made us meet MTC Group, Piyush Goyal, Anurag Thakur, who is the Youth Affairs Minister, then Om Birla ji, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, and lot of other various union ministers who are going to be a part of this particular event. And that's not just political, but there are going to be amazing business icons that are going to be there. In fact, for the first time in JITO's history, we are going to call 100 JITO stalwarts in Jodhpur, because कई बार होता है youth में generally सब जुड़ते हैं JITO इसके लिए, because you see the names here being called up, because these are JITO stalwarts and very big in business. इस बार हम लोग एक राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे यूथ और JITO वेटरन के साथ मिलकर हम लोग एक्चुअल मेंटरशिप और बिजनेस नेटवर्किंग करेंगे. So these are some amazing programs that we are going to do, and of course we are going to have JIIF Shark Angels as the biggest event over there. And I am happy to tell you that there are 2-3 names which I would like to tell. Ashish Bohora, I'm sure बहुत सारे लोगों ने सुना होगा. He is going to be the keynote speaker for JIIF Shark Angels for the event. And also the first time we are getting an international artist, Julius Dean. I don't know how many you know about it. He's an international musician and he's got about 15 million followers. And various such speakers are going to be there in this event, and I request all of you to be a part of it. Of course, it is a youth event only, but we're going to call some great, amazing special invitees from here, from Nashik and each chapter for the event. So that's about it for the youth week, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Deeresh Bhai. Welcome again to Nashik. Now, coming to the main events, today's Shark Angels event. आज हम जिस event के लिए आज सब यहाँ पे आए हैं, we are gonna see the live Shark Angels event यहाँ पे जहाँ अब कुछ startups हैं, selected startups who are very innovative ideas. They are gonna pitch to our sharks. Sharks, हम उन्हें sharks बोलते हैं, लेकिन sharks होते शांत हैं, deep sea में रहते हैं, कभी जल्दी मिलते नहीं हैं. तो हमारे आज नसीब है कि हमारे साथ ऐसे सारे shark देवता हमारे साथ है. तो मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा हमारे sharks को. हमारे sharks में हमारे साथ है मनोज जी मेहता अंकल. मनोज जी मेहता अंकल जो है ये अभी हमारे JITO के डायरेक्टर है और JITO के सेक्रेटरी है और हमारे JIIF के फॉर्मर चेयरमैन रह चुके हैं. I welcome Manoj ji sir on the dais. A big round of applause for Manoj ji sir. Also, I'd like to welcome Ajayji sir, Ajayji Bohora. Ajayji Bohora is the co-founder of HDFC Credila. He is the current JPM chairperson, and I welcome Ajayji sir to the dais as well. नासिक के हमारे बहुत बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, इतने बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट वो जो कंपोनेंट्स बनाते हैं वो इवन नासा और यूज करती है. ऐसे हमारे नरेंद्र जी गोलिया University, he is currently the director and the chief founder of the Nashik Engineering Cluster. I welcome Narendraji Goliya sir, who runs the Rishabh Instruments. Welcome Narendraji Goliya. Also, I'd like to welcome our next shark, young and dynamic leader. It's a big household name. Cello Group, आप सबको पता है, right from your pens to utensils to everywhere. I welcome Gaurav ji, Rathod, who is the third generation entrepreneur, taking the brand from your household to a global level. I welcome Gaurav to this dais. Last but not the least, Nashik के हमारे youth icon, जो नासिक का एक ब्रांड है अशोका, वो ग्लोबल लेवल पे ले जा चुके हैं. ऐसे हमारे आशीष भैया कटारिया, आशीष जी कटारिया is the director of Ashoka Buildcon, which is a Fortune 500 company, and he has grown the company's network multifold by taking the brand to the international level, executing projects in South America and Maldives. इन सब शार्क्स के बीच में एक कॉमन चीज है, ये सारे शार्क्स जो है इन्होंने अपने काम को ऐसा बनाया है, अपने ब्रांड को ऐसा बनाया है कि लोकल से लेकर ग्लोबल तक. तो मैं इनको ग्लोबल बोलूँगा, ग्लोबल लेवल पे सबके अपने अपने बिजनेसेस और व्यापार है. इन लोग सारे इंटरेस्टेड है, इन्वेस्ट कर चुके हैं स्टार्टअप्स में और बहुत अच्छा उनका खुद का बिजनेस बढ़ा रहे हैं। और आज हमें ऐसा मौका मिला है कि बोलते ना कि प्यासे को कुएं तक तो लेके जा सकते हैं, आज तो कुआं ही हमारे साथ आ गया है। तो ये सारे अभी शार्क्स के सामने स्टार्टअप्स प्रेजेंट करेंगे और स्टार्टअप्स को प्रेजेंट करने का मौका मिल रहा है कि कुआं आपके पास खड़ा है। आपको इस मंच पे we'll see how you can take your wings, spread your wings, take your business to the heights. So impress the sharks and grow your business, take them as your partners. So this event, I would like to welcome Jinal. Shah is the team lead of JIIF Secretariat with us today. She and her team has done such a fabulous work that in the last 2 months, I would like to tell you, we have received about 200 plus applications for this event. But regardless of the day, night, they have worked tirelessly to filter down to the top 6 startups today. So I welcome Jinal to Nashik and welcome her to the dais and ask her to take over the event.
Thank you, Aakash. Sadar Jai Jinendra to everyone present here. I am Jinal Shah. I am the Incubation Manager at JITO Incubation and Innovation Foundation. We'll talk more about JITO and incubation between the pitches when the startups are coming. But for now, very, very important event that we are going to witness. I would say history in making. First time in Nashik ecosystem we will have on-the-spot investments. So startups we have all applied for loans at banks, and we have a popular TV series that is coming, and it's like watching that live here. 5 startups are going to come and pitch to the sharks. They will get very limited time to pitch, just 3 minutes. Then it will be followed by question and answers, and then the sharks will give offers to them, and they will have to on the spot decide whether they want to accept or reject the offer. If they accept, they will undergo a DD process, which is a due diligence process. उन्होंने जो यहाँ बोला था, उन्होंने जो projections बोले थे, उनका जो business model है वो सच्ची में sustainable है, proper DD होएगा. उसके बाद the actual money will get transferred. So these are conditional offers, not they can back off, but if there is a problem in the business model or something like that, then only the investments will not run through. So without losing much of our time, we'll call on the first startup that we have, a local startup that we have, Go Green Cats. So while they are coming, what will the audience do here? So audience will get a chance to participate. They will get, they have all been given a card which has a QR code. Once the startup has finished their presentation, you can scan the QR code, you can rate the startup, and you can also invest in the startup. You will invest on the same terms as the sharks invest here. The investment link will be open only for the period that they are presenting. Just like the sharks and the startups miss the bus, you also miss the bus. Then the investment link gets closed. And this is subject to sharks agreeing, they agree. If the round is closed, obviously only the sharks get the priority. Only if they agree or they are not able to complete the round, this goes on to the local power. So the startups will get 3 minutes. Guys, are you ready? Yes, let's start. Your 3 minutes starts. Yes, come on the stage, please.
आज इस पावन अवसर पर स्वयं भगवान पधारे।
प्रिय, क्या हुआ इस पत्री को? ये पहले कितनी नॉन कम्युनिकेट थी।
सबके वचन स्वामी, पर अब और इस वन में चल चल के मेरे पैर दुख रहे हैं। क्यों ना क्या कर दे?
हाँ प्रिय, अभी मैं कैब बुक करवाता हूँ। अनुज, जरा एक कैब बुक करवाना।
जी भैया, अभी करता हूँ।
पर ध्यान रखना, तेल पर चलने वाली कैब मत बुक करना, घोर पाप होगा।
जी भैया, मैं गो ग्रीन कैब की इलेक्ट्रिक कैब बुक करता हूँ।
गो ग्रीन कैब की इलेक्ट्रिक कैब? क्या बात? शाबाश। गो ग्रीन कैब्स एक कंफर्टेबल, प्रीमियम, कर्टियस इलेक्ट्रिक कैब सर्विस है जो कि एक ऐप के द्वारा बुक की जा सकती है और ये पर्यावरण का भी ध्यान रखती है, क्योंकि हम एक 100% इलेक्ट्रिक कैब सर्विस है। हम लोग अपनी कॉस्ट को लेवरेज करके इसे अफोर्डेबल बनाते हैं। हमारा आईटी बैकएंड और ऑपरेशंस इस तरह से डिजाइन किया गया है कि हमारे ड्राइवर्स राइड्स कैंसिल नहीं करते, इसलिए हम एक जीरो कैंसिलेशन पॉलिसी के साथ काम करते हैं। शाबाश। इस बिजनेस का स्कोप इतना बड़ा है इस देश में कि आज इसका मार्केट साइज $14.3 बिलियन है और 2025 तक ये $20 बिलियन का हो जाएगा। नासिक में हम लोगों ने इस प्रोजेक्ट को लॉन्च किया। 6 महीने में 9 कैब से 17 कैब्स की फ्लीट बनाई, 12,000 से ज्यादा पैसेंजर्स ऑन बोर्ड कर 28,000 से ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल राइड्स कंप्लीट की हैं हमने, 1 लाख से ज्यादा किलोमीटर रन किए गए हैं और 10.8 मेट्रिक टन का CO2 एमिशन ऑफसेट किया गया है। शाबाश। We also plan to make our passengers promote Greek supporters because this is the trend which is happening in other countries like Australia and Canada and UK, because this is the responsible way to travel from point A to point B. So I believe we are here at the right time, at the right place.
So Shah, post successful learning from Nashik, our next step is to enter in a highly polluted cities like Pune and Navi Mumbai. Pune market is valued to be more than $100 million, which is more than 100 times of Nashik, and which gives a bigger opportunity for business. So Shah, I, Shamik Shah, along with Ruchi Bhatia and Mohit Bhatia, we invite you all to be the part of this Go Green movement and take an electric ride with Go Green Cab. Shah, to launch phase 1 in Pune, we are asked is 7 crore for 10% equity in our company. Ladies and gentlemen, download the Go Green Cab app now, take a ride and enjoy the distance. Thank you. Let's go green.
So this was a startup which was into e-mobility. They are taxi providers of only electronic cabs. Their ask is 7 crores for a 10% dilution or a 70 crore valuation. We'll ask Sharks, our Shark Angels, if they have any questions for them.
So I have a question. For any business to be valued at such a high number and in its early phase, there has to be a very big entry barrier for any other competitor to come in. कोई भी business में कोई दूसरे competitor को वही business शुरू करना बहुत मुश्किल होना चाहिए। मुझे लगता है आपके business में anybody who has capital can easily enter your business and do exactly what you are doing at a much bigger scale. How do you answer that?
Okay, so I would like to say that being an electric cab service provider, it is not that easy to enter. You need a lot of research behind it. We have been researching this industry for last 2 years, and what we found out that if at all there were so many people who have a lot of capital available, why couldn't they enter into this space? Because there's a lot of hassles in operating this kind of a business. The kind of tech we have, we took 1 year to develop the tech. The kind of operations we have created right now, we are on an optimizing dry run. So what happens over here is, even though you have a lot of capital available, operating such kind of a business is a challenge.
Audience, you can give your opinions on what the startup is by scanning the QR code. Next question.
I just have a question then. So how do you stand up against competition? You know, there is Uber and Olas of the world. So how do you stand up against them?
Okay, so what we believe is there is business for everyone in this country and everywhere in the world. Even there was no Ola or no Ubers available in India, people were still commuting. Once they entered, people started to live and understand how an Uber operates and they started commuting. For us, we are going to upgrade the lifestyle of the customer.
We are here to give them an affordable ride. So hence, competition does not exist for us as of now. And the kind of services what we are planning to get into, there is no competition for us. So market is India is a big market. It's a $25 billion market in future.
But eventually they can come in, right? Because they also run the same ad-based service. They already have a huge customer base. So what stops them from coming into the market?
For Ola or Uber to enter into electric cab market, they have got 15 lakh cars onboarded on their system as of now, which are running on either gas, petrol or diesel. Transferring those drivers to an electric cab immediately is not going to be happening. Either we go 100% electric or we decide to go with a conventional IC engine business. So it will be a difficult task for them to enter into this space. And once they enter into this space, it will be a conflict for them whether to support the earlier drivers or the new drivers.
Give me 3 USPs which you think are not easily duplicatable. That is the only way you can sustain.
So, one of the USPs that we bring in is because of the low fuel cost, we are pretty affordable. And the way our tech works right now, I have been stressing more on tech part because the app that we have at the back end right now working with us is optimizing our operations. We have features like back-to-back rides. We have features which has go-to-home feature so that the driver is having low battery at the moment. He wants to go back to the charging base. He presses the home button and he gets a ride exactly towards that area only. So we optimize our operations in such a way. Third one is, yes, we are upgrading the lifestyle of people. Once you sit in an electric cab, you will never leave it. You will definitely have a repeat customer.
Other people can easily go for all electric fleet. I asked you for 3 things which are not easily duplicatable. All the 3 you gave are so easy to duplicate. Tell me how your business model will succeed.
Whatever points I made right now, they look like they can be replicated or they can be replicated very easily. And that is the reason you have very few entrants into this industry as of now. Although electric cars are so prevalent and are predominantly getting into the market, people are they are still taking time to whether to enter into this space or not because of a lot of anxieties and a lot of apprehensions in the market. So that is where we have taken a challenge. And the one who has entered into the market knows how to run this business.
We have a customer right, sir. More than 60% customers are...
Yeah, that is. In Nashik, I have more than 60% of the retention customers. 1,200 customers are retained every month.
Nashik is very price sensitive, but we have seen the people are moving from Rishabh to O-grade. And compared to Ola is almost 240 rupees. We could offer it at 220 and Rickshaw is almost at 180. So we can see the loyalty is not for a price, but for more of the comfort and then the service and then the electric and the cost. What we are selling is a cost for profit.
So every 2-3 hours you have to spare the vehicle for charging, is it?
No, sir.
So what we have is, our car runs for 150 kilometers a day. Our target is to run at least 100 kilometer ride with business. So we take one top-up charge in between. So whenever the car is at 50% or less than 50%, we have separate charging bases around the city. So whenever the driver is idle, he goes there and tops up the car. So he doesn't have to specifically go to a charging station and top up the car. So that is where the operations are optimized.
We are working on tech-enabled operation excellence, sir. So what we see is a dry run, and we improvise on a dry run. We had up to 35% of dry run, we could improvise to 20 and more and more. So if we lower the dry run, I think we can make more and more profits.
No more questions. Anybody else?
Any other questions?
I've seen you are the founders are 3 couples, is it?
Yes.
And what's your name?
My Mufin Finance.
Mufin Finance. I'm surprised it has 6 founders. Everybody, there is simple structuring being done in terms of you all, the men's holding 30% and the ladies holding 20%, is it?
See, when you start,
I have more questions than I'm telling. The customer acquisition cost is 125 rupees per customer. You had a customer of 460. How many customers you have?
We have 12,000 plus customers.
Traction. 12 sector app downloaded or customer active customers?
These are rights taken. 12,000 customers have taken the rides. We have 28,000 plus rides taken on a ride.
And the average revenue per ride is 150 rupees.
150.
Which is way higher than over and over at the moment.
What is the benchmark? What is each founder's motive? Each founder's motive?
Myself, Ruchi Bhatia. I take care of admin, marketing and sales, corporate ties, driver, recruitment and training. My background is I'm an MBA marketing and I have 10 years experience in general insurance segment in corporate.
Who looks after the tech? Who looks after the tech? You.
So, fortunately, none of us are techies over here. Okay, I'm an engineer and MBA marketing. I have more than 18 years of experience in corporate sales. I have been working with like Jinal Stainless, and I was working with the company in Nashik. So I've been.
You have a CTO? You have a CTO?
Currently, we do not have a CTO. We are planning to get a CTO now.
I love this space. I would like to invest, but looking at the structure and the numbers what you are giving, I think you need to still get more traction on the cars. What cars are you now riding?
We are having Mahindra Everitos and Tata Tigors. Currently, we have a fleet of 17 cars.
Any in terms of collaboration with government agencies, there are a lot of government agencies which are giving head on this clean energy. Have you approached somebody?
Okay, so related to these,
because we are running short of time.
So already MSPCL is having a scheme wherein we are adding our charging station at a subsidized rate. That is flat 4.5 rupees plus some charges. So our energy cost is 7 rupees per unit. That is where the subsidy is coming in.
And your running cost per kilometer?
Running cost per kilometer is 2 rupees. Including charging network, everything inclusive.
Demanding a value of 60 crores.
Of course.
And you made a top line of 6.4 lakhs. How do you justify such a valuation?
The valuation we are demanding is purely calculated on NPV and DCV method, and it is based on future projections, financial projections, realistic projections which we are expecting.
We plan to double our business in Nashik this year itself. Yeah. Because only with 17 cars we have been able to touch this. Our asset utilization is around 45 to 50% as of now. We plan to grow this asset utilization to 70 to 80%, and if we increase the number of fleet, because we are servicing a very small area, we start servicing Nashik Shirdi, Nashik Mumbai, Nashik Pune, we triple our business.
And what is the revenue coming from Nashik Mumbai, Nashik Pune?
Sorry?
Revenue will come in. What is the
projected revenue from
per trip revenue or projected revenue?
Per trip Nashik Mumbai you can it is single way 2200 rupees. If the car comes back 2200 rupees, so we are targeting around 4500 rupees round trip.
And that can be, how many trips can be done in a day?
Maximum 2 for one car.
Anybody else is doing it now?
No one in the EV sector as of now, because people are not trying EV cars for long.
These are all cars owned by you or leased?
So currently there are no cars on the books of the company. Okay, so what we have done is we have 4 investors. We have 2 investors for 4 cars, and we have bootstrapped ourselves. Like we have invested.
What are you paying them? What are you paying them?
For Mahindra, we have invested for Mahindra Verito. For that, we are giving 15,000 rupees per car per month.
Annually, what is the percentage return?
1.8 lakhs on investment of 7 lakhs.
So that is almost a return of like 18-19%.
18 to 19%, yeah. And for Tigo,
so there is an opportunity for Nashik. You can deploy your cars there, 18% return.
And for Tata Tigo, we are giving 25,000 rupees per month, so 3 lakh rupees return per year on an investment of 10 lakhs.
I can come in with the investment certain milestone. On the traction part, I would like you to have a traction at certain level, then the investment come in. Valuation is at 70 crores. I would like to come in at 30 crores, but subject to the traction part. But technology still, you are very naive. You need to have a CTO on place, because this will run on a very good app. You need an app where zero cancellation, ease of booking the car, cancellation, no surge pricing. This has to be taken. This is going to be very, very competitive space.
So we are very soon planning to appoint a CTO for that.
Unless a CTO is not there, I think you'll have to wait.
the audience participation. Guys, if you are participating, we've got only 54 answers till now. We have house full. So you've got the first offer based on milestone. Manojji will come at a 30 crore valuation. So we go around and ask other sharks if they are investing and interested.
So I think the current model that you have is a very small model. It's only 17 cards, and though you're looking at going to Pune and Bombay and all the other cities, I think there are different challenges in different cities. So I guess I don't think I would be able to invest because it's too small a sample set right now.
Thank you so much. For me, what I think is, in this business, the way I understand is, density is very critical for scaling up for a particular city. If, as a consumer, when I book a cab, how long does it take for the car to come? So therefore, I'm opting out.
Thank you so much.
I would refrain from investing for the simple reason that I could not see any USPs which are not duplicable. This is a business which can become a commodity in no time. So unless you build some very strong USPs which are not easily duplicatable, the long-term success, I have my reservations, good luck to you, but I would not invest.
Thank you so much.
I feel that a company has to have an entry barrier for somebody else to get into the same sector. So entry barrier can be size, a company can be too big for anybody else to enter, for a brand, or a specific technology. So I see this as again, very few entry barriers to the business. So I would not refrain from investing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So you have only Manojji's offer. Manojji, would you like to?
5%, 30 crores. 5%, 30 crores.
So you will invest how much? 5%.
As we mentioned regarding the valuation part, so 1.5 crores to expand to Pune will be a bit of a challenge. That is the only reason. We can definitely
wait because you need to have more traction. You will get your valuation. You have to have a traction. It is much better. I also understand this is space which is going to grow. Clean energy is for next for the government. You should get a traction. You will get your valuation, but you need to have a traction. And Mumbai, Nashik, Pune, this is a hot place. Nobody is serving it better. You can do it better. This is just my advice.
Thank you.
So we stick to the business in Nashik for now, for that kind of a valuation and that amount of investment. I believe we are in.
Are you open for more investments from the audience at that valuation?
Definitely.
Oh, so the audience can also invest at a 30 crore valuation. The link will be open only for some time till the time the next startup pitches, otherwise it will close. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just before you go, we have the check coming for you.
Thank you, Shah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
1.5 CR at 30 crore valuation, 5% equity. Wow.
Investor. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much.
So, without delaying much, we call the next startup, which is Look Studio. And this is what I would want to tell the audience. The Shark Angels event is more about telling people how, the investors, how strategic investors are thinking about their investments, how they are helping the startups. Very transparently, Manojji said that, you increase your traction and you will get a valuation collaborations and connects. Look Studio, are we ready? We don't have a lot of time. Take this mic. I think this is working. Yeah, okay. All the best, your time starts. We will really have to expedite. We are moving late. All the best.
अरे यार तू मुझे यहाँ तक ले आया है, तुझे पता है ना मुझे भीड़ में जाने से डर लगता है।
क्यों भाई, ऐसा क्या हो गया?
अरे वही हेयर लॉस की प्रॉब्लम, जहाँ भी जाओ लोगों की नज़र सबसे पहले मेरे सर पे ही पड़ती है, थोड़ा ऑकवर्ड भी लगता है और कभी-कभी कॉन्फिडेंस भी लो हो जाता है।
तो इसके लिए तो कुछ करता क्यों नहीं?
अरे बहुत कुछ किया, कई डॉक्टर से मिला, हर डॉक्टर कोई नई प्रिस्क्रिप्शन दे देता है, जब तक वो मेडिसिन यूज करो तब तक हेयर लॉस कंट्रोल में रहता है, जैसे ही वो मेडिसिन यूज करना बंद कर दो फिर से वही प्रॉब्लम शुरू, और उनके साइड इफेक्ट तो बहुत ही डिफरेंट है। मैंने विक्स भी यूज करने को ट्राई किया बट वो थोड़े आर्टिफिशियल से लगते हैं, उनकी मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट भी बहुत ज़्यादा है और वो परमानेंट सोल्यूशन थोड़ी ना।
अगर तुझे परमानेंट सोल्यूशन चाहिए तो हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट ही करवाना पड़ेगा यार।
हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट ये तो मैंने सोचा था, लेकिन ये सेफ है क्या? और ये तो बहुत एक्सपेंसिव भी है।
सेफ की क्या बात कर रहा है? आजकल काफी एथलीट्स, वेन रूनी, MS धोनी, हार्दिक पांड्या सबने हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट करवाया है। उनके लिए लुक्स इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, उनके लिए अपनी सेफ्टी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है बीइंग एन एथलीट। बॉलीवुड सेलिब्रिटीज का तो अगर लिस्ट बना है तो पेज खत्म हो जाए काम खत्म नहीं हो, इतने लोगों ने ट्रांसप्लांट करवाया, तो ऑब्वियसली बात है ये सेफ है और आजकल कॉमन मैन भी करवा लेता है। कॉस्ट की बात करें तो इसका कॉस्ट इतना कम है, तो लाइफ टाइम जो मेडिसिन और विगमेंट यूज करेगा बिना मेंटेनेंस का तो वो तेरे को ज्यादा पड़ेगा और ये EMI में भी अवेलेबल हो जाता है।
अरे ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा सोल्यूशन है, लेकिन इतने सारे क्लिनिक्स हैं, कहाँ जाओ?
देख, हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट क्लिनिक उस बेसिस पे चूज करना चाहिए जहाँ पर डॉक्टर का एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा हो, उनका रिजल्ट्स अच्छे हो, क्लिनिक के रिव्यूज अच्छे हो और सबसे मोस्ट इफेक्टिव कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव हो। तो हेलो शार्क्स, मेरा नाम है मुफिन कटारिया, द co-founder of JIIF Studio Pvt Ltd. We own a chain of hair transplant clinics under the brand name of Look Studio. So as of today, we started in 2016 from Bangalore with our first clinic, and in the last 6 years, we have 12 branches across India, Dubai and Nepal. So India, Dubai and Nepal, we have served more than 15,000 clients, and our average rating is 4.8 out of 5 on Google and all other platforms, including 7,000 reviews. हमने लॉकडाउन में एक सब्सिडरी कंपनी भी स्टार्ट की है, which is Insol India Consumers LLP. So he is Sandeep Kalgat. So he is the CEO of Insol, who looks after the product category of the business. So our ask is 4 crore rupees at a valuation of 45 crores. In the last 4 months, we have started 4 new clinics, and just yesterday we have started our Hyderabad branch, which is our 12th branch. So we are already EBITDA positive, cash positive, and to accelerate our growth, we are looking for funds basically. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the pitch. Sharks, do we have questions for them? Who will want to go first?
Describe the process and the risks involved. What are the risks in a transplant, and what kind of things go wrong, and how do you remove the fear from the receiving chair? Normally people will be afraid of surgery.
So there are 2 things which hold the person back from getting a hair transplant. One is whether this hair transplant will be successful. That is the risk you're talking about. For that, obviously, you need to choose a clinic rightly, not only looking at the cost component. There are a lot of clinics who offer hair transplants at 15,000-20,000 also. So you should not be looking only at the cost component when you choose a clinic. First thing. Second thing, the fear will obviously always be there. So for the first component, as I mentioned, what we have done is we are creating an artificial intelligence and machine learning AI-based app, which will help a client see his results during the first consultation with the doctor. So it becomes easier for him to see what his results are going to look post 6 to 8 months. So this is the solution for the first problem. Fear will always be a problem for that. That is what we suggest a client. You can come down for a consultation so that they understand there is nothing to fear about. We do almost 20 hair transplants in our company on a daily basis. There are more than 5,000 clinics across India. So roughly there are more than 20-50,000 people getting transplants on a daily basis. So there is nothing to be feared about. But yeah, this question is always there. But we just decreasing day by day. Earlier this was a niche market. Now even a Swiggy delivery boy gets a transplant with an EMI option.
Is it regulated at all? Are there some laws for or against?
Yes, sir. There are laws. There are a lot of doctors who
who are not eligible to do transplant but still they do it. But in our company, we have all legalized documents, legalized doctors who does this. So obviously we have competition with the doctors like homeopathic, Ayurvedic doctors also doing this. It's not legally allowed, but yes, with us that would never be a problem because all our doctors are qualified enough.
बस आपका ऑलरेडी प्रॉफिट 3.7 crores है लास्ट ईयर FY
कैसा
is projected for the next year.
No, FY22 is you have shown as 18.5 crores as the top line.
No, last year is the previous one.
FY21. Yeah. So this should have been FY21 year now. And this should have been 23 year.
How was your quarter one? Now the first quarter is over, I'm sure you know.
So from April till July 31st, between 4 months, we have done a gross revenue of 4.23 crores already. And recently, in the last 2 weeks, we have started 2 new clinics. 22nd of July, we started one second clinic in Bangalore in Whitefield. Just yesterday, we inaugurated a clinic in Hyderabad, and today morning, I came back to Nashik actually. So obviously, we are expecting to close this year at 18 crore to 20 crore gross revenue.
So I think there are a lot of clinics like this in every city, right? And there are a lot of doctors who people like patients actually prefer certain doctors because they trust them or there is a trust factor involved. So how do you differentiate that? Because there being so much, you're in between a lot of competition already. So how do you differentiate that and how do you want to scale it up?
So basically it's vice versa. The other people have to be worried about it because our doctors are doing it since 10 years. So there are a lot of clients who come to us on a word of mouth basis on a regular basis basically. So it's like our doctors are so experienced, the major doctors which we have who are sitting at every center of ours. So we get a regular client based on that. So the person who is starting a new clinic from zero, for them that would be a problem. It doesn't become a problem to us because we are there since the last 6 years now. And before this also, we have an experience of 5 years in the same industry as an employee. Then we started Trueno in 2016.
And this 6 to 18 that you're going, this journey that you're taking this year, how are you achieving that? Is it through new clinics that you're opening or is it through the current ones actually gaining more traction?
So both the ways. The current one getting more traction, the second thing is starting.
What would that percentage be?
So the percentage would be the current one we are already at 75% potential. That has to be increased to 100%. So obviously to be very frank in medical we cannot be at 100% because let's say client comes in the morning, he has a transplant schedule on that day and he is anxious and his BP.
बॉस ये प्योर धंधा है आपका स्टार्टअप में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ मैं धंधे में नहीं करना चाहता सो आई एम आउट ऑफ दिस
थैंक यू सर थैंक यू
I feel that this is you're a proven company. आपने already कुछ numbers established किए हैं उससे the industry for a very long time. But I feel that this industry is very fragmented. There's a huge market, but there are multiple number of vendors also available to do the same service. And you will have a conventional rise. मेरा जो return का expectation है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है जो शायद which may be on a different platform, not this one. So I will respect that. Thank you.
So I think it's the same thing basically that I believe that though it is you've reached a certain number, but scaling it up from here is going to be a challenge because it's unless you create a brand, it's a little difficult. Say a kayak skin clinic or something like that. They've done extremely well, but there are a lot of people who feel. So I guess it's still a very big challenge. And I think from your scaling it up is going to be very difficult. So for that reason I'm out, but best of luck.
Thank you so much.
I also feel the same that first of all this segment, the medical care is not my domain, and secondly I also feel it's surgeon dependent. So if it's a good surgeon, good transplant surgeon, maybe the customers might go with him wherever he goes. So for that reason I'm out.
From my point of view, it's a very risky thing. One operation going wrong and somebody filing a suit against you would be very, unless you really do insurance. But at the moment, I would refrain. But good luck and let's stay in touch maybe some other day.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. To answer your thing, nothing can go wrong because we have a very strong quality control team. Secondly, expecting the returns wise, obviously, as an investor, what I understand is you invest in 10 companies, you know, okay, 7 are not going to do good. free will do good, but at least there is one company which is you're pretty sure ये डूबेगा नहीं पैसा, वो हम company है basically. तो जहाँ पर पैसा तो नहीं डूबेगा उसकी assurity है because we are already profitable. We might be a traditional way to do that, we agree, but the risk factor also becomes very less for you rather than investing in a startup. The risk factor is very high. That is what I want to just wanted to do. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, and all the very best. Thank you for coming to the stage. The next startup is Think Mom Teachers, and Manojji, just one clarification. You said the investment in the last startup was supposed or subject to a revenue number. So what? Perfect. So the next startup is Teachers Think Mom, and they are into college education. College intelligence as they call themselves.
Good evening, everyone. Friends, we are into colleges. तो पहले थोड़ा कॉलेज का ज्ञान दूंगा, फिर हमारे इंट्रोडक्शन। कोई भी एक कॉलेज में दो तरह के डिसीजन मेकर्स होते हैं। एक होता है ट्रस्टी, जो हमेशा फाइनेंस पे बातें करते हैं बिकॉज उसको कॉलेज चलाना है, और दूसरे होते हैं प्रिंसिपल्स, जो हमेशा एकेडमिक इंप्रूवमेंट पे बातें कर रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको एजुकेशन अपलिफ्ट करना है। और ये दोनों के बीच में हमेशा बहस चलती है, of course based on the fundamentals and the priorities. So we are here just to give you that glimpse of बहस की वो क्या बहस होती है in every typical college.
Myself, Shrikant, acting as the trustee of the college.
And my name is JIIF Shah, acting as the principal of the college.
क्यों भाई मल्होत्रा, कॉलेज में सब ठीक चल रहा है?
सर सब ठीक चल रहा है, बढ़िया, एकदम सही चल रहा है। हमारे 50 सेकंड सारे प्रोफेसर एडमिशन में अपना टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, और फिर भी जो लाइन है स्टूडेंट जो खत्म नहीं हो रही, इतना बड़ा मैनुअल प्रोसेस है, बाकी सब ठीक चल रहा है सर। बाकी जो प्रोफेसर ने लेक्चर दे रहे हैं वो एवरी 1 आवर के लेक्चर में 10 मिनट वेस्ट करके सिर्फ अटेंडेंस रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, वो भी परेशान है, हम भी परेशान हैं, बाकी सब बढ़िया चल रहा है सर। मैनुअल प्रोसेस है तो डेटा काफी स्कैटर्ड है, और हमारा जो बैंक का अक्रेडिटेशन है वो पेंडिंग है, तो पता नहीं गवर्नमेंट का ग्रांट कभी आएगा। बाकी सब बढ़िया चल रहा है सर। टीचर्स अपना सिलेबस कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे मुझे नहीं पता, क्योंकि वो सब मैनुअल डायरी करेंगे, अभी कौन मैनुअल डायरी चेक करने बैठे हैं। बाकी सब बढ़िया है सर।
अरे रुको तो भाई, क्या ठीक चल रहा है? ये तो कुछ भी ठीक नहीं चल रहा है। तुम मारुति की गाड़ी की तरह चलते जा रहे हो, वो ERP सॉफ्टवेयर का क्या हो गया, वो यूज नहीं कर रहे
सर। ERP कभी एकेडमिक्स करता है क्या? और वो भी फ्री सोर्स ERP कभी नहीं कर पाएगा सर। सच बात बताओ तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारे पास फंड्स नहीं। अगर फंड्स होते तो नेबर वाली कॉलेज है जिन्होंने लाखों का इन्वेस्टमेंट करके टेक्नोलॉजी दी है, वो हम भी ले सकते थे।
ठीक है, अभी जो चल रहा है उससे चलने दो। वैसे भी 2-3 लाख टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए डालना कॉलेज में मेरे लिए तो फिजिबल नहीं है, आपके लिए है क्या?
And guys, this is how most of the colleges in India function. They wish to bring a change, they wish to bring technologies into the college and be more efficient in their work, but they cannot because they always have their hands in their mouth. Statistically speaking, India में 45,000 plus colleges हैं, out of which 85% colleges are cash-strapped. Cash-strapped means they do not have funds to invest into technology, and since they are not investing into technology, they are inviting two major problems. Problem number one, टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है तो दे आस्क देयर टीचर्स टू डू ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ मैनुअल वर्क, जिससे उनका टीचिंग से ध्यान हटके मैनुअल प्रोसेस में लग जाता है। प्रॉब्लम नंबर 2, प्रिंसिपल हु इज द हेड ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन, दे आर सपोज्ड टू नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इनसाइड द कॉलेज, दे आर नेवर अवेयर अबाउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, क्योंकि सब कुछ मैनुअल चलता है। सो द बॉटम लाइन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम इज कॉलेज के पास पैसे नहीं है तो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है, और टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है तो दे आर नॉट एबल टू फंक्शन प्रॉपर्ली, एंड देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज। तो भाई सॉल्यूशन क्या है? Solution is our product, the Teachers College Intelligence App. What do we do? Simply speaking, we are just simplifying the entire academic process of a college and transforming the way how any college functions at the cost 1 rupee per student. 1 rupee per student is the cost that we charge to a college. Statistically speaking, we have more than 70 colleges with us. Out of Mumbai, 70,000 users we have. We are
the industry also.
Goliya will start.
Yeah. So you have done a revenue of 46 lakhs last year. And you started in July. June.
Yes.
That's what we have done in the July. 15 July you started. So in 8 or 9 months you did it. When did you develop the app?
No, sir. So, thoda structural changes hai. We actually had LLP initially. Then we have converted our LLP into private limited. So what the date that you are getting is of private limited, जो start हुआ था July 2021. So previously we were running.
पहले तक थोड़ा data दीजिए 20-21 बाइक्स.
Okay. 21-22 we have closed it by 46 lakhs as a revenue. 2021 we have closed it by around 21 lakhs in revenue. और उसके पहले हमने प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया.
तो आप 45 करोड़ का कोई जस्टिफिकेशन दीजिए. 46 लाख का टर्नओवर पे 45 लाख का.
नहीं सर, लाइफ टाइम रेवेन्यू 90 lakhs. लाइफ टाइम रेवेन्यू स्टैंड्स एट 90 lakhs.
नहीं सर.
Our lifetime revenue stands at 90 lakhs. Around about 90 lakhs rupees.
But even at 90 lakhs, if you are asking 45 crore, there should be some correlation between the two.
There are a lot of correlations. I'll give you a very simple example, sir. So, sir, basic thing, a simple example I can give. 2020 was the year when everybody saw COVID. Everybody saw a lot of spike into EdTech. When we talk about EdTech, everybody understands कि वो e-learning की बात हो रही है, हम भी EdTech के. But 2022 post-COVID जो EdTech की बात चल रही थी, that was e-learning. Plan paper में था, लेकिन they had a lot of investment because everybody knew कि online education is going to be the future. Now everybody knows that the physical education is going nowhere, and we are standing at that particular point in wherein in every college they are reaching towards. They are very happy to have us onboarded. So from this point in time, we are just seeing growth happening.
So I have one. Sorry. Ashish. No, you please go ahead first.
See, we have a trustee and a promoter from the school. If you are able to convince him.
So अभी correlate कर पाएंगे हम इस things.
Yeah. So what I think is, now the sharks are here and others are also asking, if you are flexible on the valuation based on the current era where the excess liquidity is being sucked out, and many of the startups are correcting their valuation. I think a lot of them they are looking for something like that. But over to Ashish first. Ashish.
Sir, आप offer कीजिए, हम flexible बन जाएंगे.
That's what they are doing.
आप शार्क बने, आपको ऑफर देना पड़ेगा.
गौलिया जी दे रहे हैं और आशीष has the next question. Please go ahead.
So मुझे लगता है कि बिजनेस में your ability to recover payments from your client is also very important.
Yes.
Best are cash and carry businesses. Worst are businesses where completely it's a one-sided thing. So top line, profitability सब अपनी जगह पे बुक्स है, लेकिन पैसा आ रहा है क्या, पेमेंट दे रहा है. क्यों मैं पूछ रहा हूँ? Because I know education institutes are very cash strapped. You yourself said that. Now you are on a monthly subscription model to that institute. And आप हर महीने उसको bill raise करते हैं.
नहीं sir, billing is annual.
Payment is annual. So that is, I think, even more difficult क्योंकि साल में आप फिर आप advance payment ले लेते हो साल.
Yes. We charge that. See, simple strategy is first thing is अगर मैं आपको offer करूँगा कुछ technology as a trustee or as a principal, you'll be recommending कि अच्छा होगा कि तुम spend क्यों करें. तो we give 5 month free trial. Trial में you'll be very sure about it कि हाँ ये product तो चल रहा है. And then as soon as you are done with the trial, we charge a subscription.
कौन सी सिटी में?
So we are based out of Mumbai actually. Yes.
How many?
We have Ruya College. I'll just probably repeat it for this. We have Ruya College with us, Pavans College, Nagindas Khandwala, Walia. We are onboarding in Duja.
Are they also having somebody else on board with you?
They have, coincidentally, more than 50 colleges that we have with us. They all have ERP division. They are still using us. So this is how we are different from Indian schools.
So you must have gone to the other schools and colleges there. So wherever you got rejection from, or it did not go through, what was their reason?
Simple thing is they were not so ready to transform their manual process to the automated one. That was the basic rejection that we had. Second thing is we have recently launched this policy of democratizing the technology, providing solution at 1 rupee per student, giving them free trial. Previously we were not giving, मतलब हम भी थोड़े cash back थे, just like colleges. We were not giving 5 month free trial क्योंकि हमारे पास run rate नहीं था. But now since we have the run rate, we have started experimenting and it is very good experiment for us. So वो previous stage में since we were charging something upfront, so we had a reaction.
Actually, giving the 5 months trial is basically for what? Like break the
Can you speak close so that it's very clearly audible to others?
So basically, to give period one trial is for breaking the barrier.
Offers,
valuation super flexible. Valuation super flexible है, तो I would value the company not more than 15 crores, you know. उसके ऊपर we are ready to invest maybe, I don't know the other panelists, but I would invest anything up to 50 lakhs.
Sir, अभी flexible तो है लेकिन इतना भी
Are you cross-selling anything else other than are you cross-selling anything else?
Yes, sir. So we have started. We have got a lot of inquiry about since we have like 60-70.
छोटे में जल्दी बोल रहे हैं भाई.
Yes, sir.
क्या कर रहे हो?
Courses. So there are a lot of other courses which we have.
कितना है?
Very less. I guess 2-3 lakhs not more.
Just started with pilot.
Project क्या हो रहा है cross-selling?
Sir, projected 90% we are going to earn from cross-selling. 10% we are going to earn from the colleges.
So 90% is going to come from cross-selling.
Yes. So right now, sir, as a brand, 60,000 users are. अगर मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ.
Do you agree? You don't agree?
No. Goliya is very less.
Sir, आप बोलते हैं कि
No, actually investment is here on my left and right. These are both are
Exactly. अगर if you are agreeing investing for me, if you are not agreeing, आप बोलते हैं कि हमें advice
I think we'll restrict to what Goliya is saying. In my opinion, that 15 crore valuation Goliya has said, and 50 lakhs is ready to invest. Don't forget he's IIT and Stanford, MS from Stanford. He can add a lot of value to you, I think.
Nashik में बहुत school college है. I personally lectured about 10 of them. So that value we will really add to you, taking you to schools and colleges.
I really appreciate it. I am very thankful for that. But sir, this valuation, मतलब थोड़ा
Counter offer.
Counter offer. See, we have started with 45. It would come down to 35.
How much?
35 valuation.
आपका लास्ट रेट 3.5 करोड़ के ऊपर है यार. बढ़िया वैल्यू है.
सर वो 20 में था जब
लेकिन रेस किया ही नहीं, वही गलती आपकी रेस करो ना. 15 करोड़ से गुड वैल्यू.
वो 19 लाख का रेस किया था 3.5 ईयर का वैल्यूएशन.
साथ में आईटी और स्टैनफोर्ड है.
बराबर है सर. हमें भी थोड़ा नेक्स्ट वन रेस के राउंड के लिए कुछ आगे करना चाहिए.
So, if all the Shahs are ready.
I am not there. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता. खुद पढ़ा नहीं हूँ. I am not there.
I don't understand this sector.
Okay. Ashish ji?
My view is that I don't see that they are solving a very big problem of the industry.
Okay.
So if they do not solve a big problem, I feel that they will not get big value in the future. That's my view.
थोड़ा अमाउंट बढ़ा दो. अमाउंट थोड़ा बढ़ा देंगे. 50 की जगह 25 कर देंगे. Valuation I don't think at this stage, maybe 2 years down the line, we can discuss another valuation. But today valuation is okay. But I can.
What is your final valuation?
What is my
final valuation?
15 crores is ready to invest 75 lakhs. In my opinion, I think the stage that you are at now, on one end, on the other end, the value he can add. In my opinion, it's a good deal. Or others are probably not that forthcoming.
Sir, you are investing.
No, I am not. Unfortunately, I am not.
Sir,
अरे पीछे मैडम को पूछ लो. अजय भाई डिमांड है 25 लाख करा रहा.
But Goliya's deal is on the table, so you have to decide.
Sunita ji. Is the co-founder.
What's your...
Sir, if you can come up later, 15 is not the thing.
Boss, हाँ ना बोलो जा रहे हो.
15 is not the thing for us, sir. I will really request
But
you.
if it is 75 lakhs, I don't think you will dilute so much. The amount that is coming in, so you have to think the strategic benefit that he will get you. He is already a
The profile of the investor is extremely strong. He's an international level industrialist himself, a graduate from Stanford University. A person like that investing on your board makes a big difference.
मतलब मुझे 45 से सीधा 15 और फिर 18 को करने को
45 का कोई भी लॉजिक नहीं है. You tell me one logic why 45 should apply.
I give you one logic, very good logic.
90 lakhs per
we are standing on that place where we have a lot of growth.
4 years है. 4 years down the line 3.5 करोड़ और 45 करोड़ तक कैसे हो सकता है?
2 साल में.
I think we can reject. Sorry, reject कर दीजिए.
नहीं, we have not rejected.
Jain, see, Jain, just look at it. Jain, I have a suggestion. Look at it. Jain, 45 lakhs of revenue. On that, he is going 15 crores for 75 lakhs. In my opinion, it is more than your annual revenue. That is coming in as the additional cash. The scaling up, for look at the scaling up event.
इतना समझा रहे हो, आप भी तो समझो, आप भी ना.
मैं उनको
my counter offer 25 CR for, I mean 1 CR for 25 CR. So 25 CR from 45 coming. थोड़ा तो आप भी ऊपर चलिए.
बॉस अगर आप कहीं और स्टेज पे होते ना बोलते नो करके निकल जाते हैं.
नहीं वैल्यू दैट इज
तो नासिक वाले थोड़े पेशेंस वाले इससे हाव खड़ा किया आपको.
So later we will be really happy. I mean we are a startup and I mean we will be really happy to have at least this sort of value.
Okay guys, we are really short of time. So
last thing no.
75 lakhs at an 18 crore valuation. What stand do you want to?
Yes or no? And the amount 75 lakhs?
75 lakhs at an 18 crore valuation.
4% ही हो रहा है.
So it's not bad.
Take it.
So what do you think guys? Yes, no?
Okay.
Congratulations. We have the check. Services, technology, health, all of it.
Hello. Yeah. So what I was saying is, firstly, thanks a lot, and secondly, I'm like a bit this मेरा सब team के साथ आ रहा है, सब team के साथ आ रहा है, and I'm like all alone. So yeah, never mind. So basically, myself, Somil Jain, a chartered accountant by profession, and I'm the founder of Trueno. I'm the founder. I'm the founder of Trueno, an electric vehicle startup based out of Mumbai. So we are a one-stop electric two-wheeler rental platform for last-mile delivery businesses. Our target audience is very clear. It's the last-mile delivery businesses whom we cater to. We are into electric vehicle space. EVs booming. We all know businesses are very well aware of the economic benefits flowing out of the electric vehicles. It helps them reducing their operational costs by 30 to 40%. But despite the boom and the awareness that EV adoption is not happening at scale. You take any part of the country, any company, everyone is just getting their pilots limited to that particular region, either they are not sustaining or they are not scaling. Any specific reason that you guys can think of? Okay. So basically, this industry is definitely extremely crowded, unorganized, and fragmented with too many players existing into the space. This makes the availability of the right product or selection of the right product difficult. On the other side, once the product is deployed, taking care of the product through end-to-end servicing becomes even more challenging. Because for automobiles, it's said that once the actual sales start and the vehicle is actually sold, right? So that's where Trueno comes into the picture. Trueno uses its smart, intelligent, technology-connected platform for helping businesses select the right product. Select it, test it, and then we get it deployed on long-term contract basis. And once the vehicles are deployed, we again take care of it through end-to-end servicing support, which is divided into two parts. One is we provide services like preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance, battery swapping station, charging station, everything under one roof through data analytics and process automations done through our platform. Along with that, we also give the project management dashboard to the clients, which they use for their operations optimization, for their fleet tracking, and for tracking their riders. So basically, our business model, the way we monetize on our business model is, one is the product, for which we charge monthly subscription fee for deploying the vehicles, and second is the services, which we don't really charge and offer as a premium, because right now we are more focusing on building and collecting the data out of it. Collecting the data out of it so that 8 to 12 months down the line, we can make it a plug-and-play solution for the entire EV industry. Considering the entire business model and our offerings together, this basically helps us differentiate from any other competitor in the market who is not really offering everything under one roof and is trying to provide their services in bits and pieces. And this competitive edge has helped us bag deals with clients like Pharmacy, Blue Dart, Wellness Forever.
You are actually overdone with your time, so can you quickly
It's just 30 more seconds, that's it. So basically we have around 80 vehicles running in Mumbai and Jaipur, and we are logging a considerability of 3.5 lakhs, and our ask is 1.5 crores for 15 crore valuation. Like we already have got commitment of 1.5 crores from one of the strategic partners, angel investor, and under Startup India.
Okay.
Do you have any institutional clients that you have signed up for your two-wheeler EV rental service?
Pharmacy. We are also in touch with DTDC, Swiggy के साथ pilot हुआ है अभी recently. Then DHL के साथ discussions चालू है, Pizza, Domino's, you name it, we have it. Like discussions अभी के साथ चल रहा है. Pharmacy के साथ contract भी sign हुआ, but definitely वहाँ पे challenges आए. And Blue Dart के साथ like 3 vehicles of ours have been running for the past 1 year. Wellness के साथ recently हमारा contract हुआ. Noble has been our very first customer. We started with 3 vehicles. They are currently using around 18 vehicles. So yeah, it's going superb.
On a fully scaled up basis, आपका जो funnel है, pipeline है, उसमें से institutional clients अगर आ जाते हैं, तो total number of vehicles कितने होंगे आपके पास? Based on your current engagement, जो जिनके साथ भी आपकी फिलहाल बात चल रही है.
Around 80 vehicles, मतलब all are institutional clients only, because हम लोग का target.
बट अगर स्विगी है, DTDC है, तो 80 vehicles उनके लिए तो कुछ नहीं ना. आप उनका specific city service कर रहे हो कि pan India कर रहे हो?
Okay, you're basically asking for breakup. So say Pharmacy had been using 28 vehicles of ours. With Blue Dart there have been.
What is the potential to grow with each of those clients?
Pharmacy already expressed interest to procure 2,000 vehicles. Blue Dart expressed interest to scale to at least 600 vehicles. Then DTDC, Pizza Hut, Big Basket, like all these clients, they have a similar potential.
वो volume जब करेगा, what is the probability of them switching over from you to your competitor? What is the probability?
Even now they had the competition in place, but we for example, let's take Wellness. So when we pitched it to Wellness, we had eByGo and BeLive along with us who charged even lower. But because we said that, hey, this is our mode, what we are focusing on, we can't lower our prices, and they are like, okay, we'll go ahead with you, we'll test it. And day before yesterday, the guy came back to us stating, hey Saumil, we really loved your service, and going forward we would like to have you. That's the trust we have built up over the 1.5 years with all our clients.
Okay. Yeah.
Last valuation was 12.76. Post money. So what was the investment and was it a related party transaction? Who was the investor?
So the investor is Narayan Krishna Mohan sir. He is managing director of BASF, world's largest chemical manufacturing company. BASF.
How much did he invest?
So basically we received a commitment from him for 1 crore. He invested 20 lakhs. It's a milestone-based investment term sheet that we have with him.
So you've not achieved the next milestone for the next 80 lakhs to come to your account?
So milestone is achieved. Now it's just that because fundraise takes time, so that's why we are stuck. Second is a Startup India from whom we got 40 lakhs commitment. First
40 lakhs.
is received. Yeah.
Okay.
First tranche is received.
You are servicing a market which is already very big and growing at a very fast rate. End mile delivery is going to be very big for every sector. Market already is fragmented. The only way that you can stand your ground on your returns is to grow very fast. You have a team of just 5 people now. How do you expect, even if you get the funding, तुम business fast grow कैसे करोगे?
So at times like scale के चक्कर में ना quality miss हो जाता है. Like I can't name these startups, but I definitely know my competitors. I had a meeting with them 2 days back in Bangalore. काफ़ी अच्छा स्केल है, 2000 vehicles, 20,000 vehicles, but they are crying because service support नहीं मिल पाया, product सही से perform नहीं कर पाया. So that is.
Can you speak in the mic because it's not audible for the audience.
Okay.
They will not understand what you are speaking.
So more than scale, what is more important is the quality of the product and service, because all these collaborations or the client name that I listed down, they all have a huge scale to whom we can cater. Once they develop faith in us, our product, our services, they are all ours, because B2B clients work all on relations. Nothing else matters to them. So scale is not going to be a challenge even going forward if we have the right product and right service support.
So I think the kind of numbers that you mentioned, in the next 5 years, why are they so conservative? If you think it's such a big, industry and and you got a advantage over others, why are the numbers so conservative?
So basically, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. So I know how to mold the numbers over there. They are just the numbers, and that is why had we kept a higher valuation, then we ourselves know we earlier faced too much of resistance from the investors. So that is why we kept it at a conservative side. And we know it's very easily achievable. The targets of 2 years would be achieved in just this year itself. One client, one collaboration, it's all there.
I think I would want to invest 10 lakh rupees, but the valuation and all that, that's my offer. But we'll discuss the valuation.
So this round is 3 crore round. He has already got 1.5 crore commitments.
His ask is 1.5 crores now.
And that is why he is asking only the balance 1.5 crore.
Yeah.
At
For
a
that,
15 crore pre-money valuation.
Yeah. So valuation we'll discuss, but I can invest 10 lakh rupees.
Thank you.
Others? Ashish ji, Manojji ji, Gaurav ji, Narendraji.
सोमिल, आपके साथ काम करने में तो मज़ा आएगा, लेकिन जो आप बता रहे हो, जितना आप इजीली बोल रहे हो कि नंबर्स मैं कर दूंगा तो ये लिख लेता था ना, लिखा क्यों नहीं आपने नंबर? जो नंबर आप दिखा रहे हो तो इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लायक ही नहीं है करके. जो आप नंबर दिखा रहे हो 9.63, 34 lakhs, 5 साल के अंदर आप दिखा रहे हो कि मैं 1 करोड़ रुपये प्रॉफिट करूंगा. खाली रेंटल और बाइक ठीक ठाक करके इतना पैसा थोड़ी बन सकता है करके.
Right, sir. So this is actually on a very conservative side.
So आप फिर आपने ऐसा बोल रहे हो कि आपने एकदम पेसिमिस्टिक फिगर बनाया, ऑप्टिमिस्टिक बना के दो. We would good enough. स्टार्ट में तो कभी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक देता, ऑप्टिमिस्टिक देने के बाद में we would give you some milestone. If you achieve, we'll give you 50% today and 50% on March. If you are able to achieve.
Noted, sir.
इसके अलावा डाइल्यूशन आप ज्यादा कर रहे हो भाई. ये डाइल्यूशन करने ये स्टेज के ऊपर आप 15 करोड़ पे 20% डाइल्यूशन करोगे तो आपके पास बचेगा क्या इक्विटी?
नहीं सर, अभी जो करंट टर्म शीट साइन हुआ है
20% is just my advice. It is too much for you to dilute at this stage. आपको जितनी जरूरत है उतना आप डाइल्यूट करो. अगर जरूरत उतनी नहीं है, नहीं तो आप 20% अभी डाइल्यूट करोगे तो आगे बचेगा क्या रेस करोगे आगे?
राइट सर.
why aren't you opening this app to customers like B2C? You're right now only doing B2B, right? That's what I understand.
Right. So, Gaurav, if I tell you about my journey when I started, we actually started with shared mobility, then COVID happened. So we tried B2C first, B2C subscription. But on the B2C, volumes were very low, people were very price sensitive, and it was too time consuming. On the contrary, B2B is like one deal, once the product is tested, you have a huge volume. So that's why we are right now sticking on to B2C.
Ashish ji, any opinion, any question? Ashish ji. So Manoj ji is just not happy you're diluting so much.
नहीं आप अपने आप को मार रहे हो यार, इतना डाइल्यूट करने का मतलब ही नहीं बनता है
सर. ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग इट्स मोर ड्रिवन बाय,
और ये एटीट्यूड छोड़ दो यार, मैं सब कुछ कर लूंगा, आप करने वाले ही हो ये सोचो करके. सो डोंट कीप दैट एटीट्यूड बॉस, आप सब कुछ करने वाले हो लेकिन डाइल्यूट ओनली 10%. विनय जी, अजय भाई, गौरव बोलेगा तो मैं आऊंगा, मैं बोलूंगा तो आशीष आएगा, तो ऐसा बादशाह आ जाएंगे. So
Goliya ji is also interested.
So we also want to make sure that you grow. We don't want you to dilute much. We don't want you to lower your valuation. थोड़ा बहुत ठीक ठाक करके उसको valuation का आप डाल दीजिए करके. Ajay bhai,
what is the offer?
Ajay bhai is going to lead this, but I'll go with him. I'll invest up to 20 lakhs.
Ashish? So I think I'll do the same. I can go ahead with 20 lakhs and the valuation bit.
We'll leave Manojji can take
I'll
it.
do 20 as well. So 20, 20, 20, 60, we have 70.
70. Manojji?
Make it 25 each.
नहीं वो 20 अभी see we have 20 20 20 10 मतलब अभी हुआ है 70
हुआ है अभी तक. 1.5 crore पहुंचना है.
मतलब वो माइलस्टोन पर आएंगे आप 50 तक अभी सबका आएगा. 1 करोड़ सबकी तरफ से कमिटेड है.
नहीं मेरा नहीं.
अरे 20 लाख है ना.
10 मेरा 10.
So you have participation from the audience also.
अरे 1 crore from the sharks, which will come in 2 tranches with certain milestone. Done 50, and after that milestone is achieved, another 50 will come. So 10
We
times
want
first.
2 board seats. Manojji will take one and
No, Ajay bhai को रखो, मेरे को नहीं, मैं already board seat पे हूँ.
You can lead also. आपका manufacturing, you can lead.
Narendraji, you would want a board seat?
नहीं. See, जैसे मनोज जी ने बोला, there should be some milestones. When he reaches that milestone, then the second tranche will come. So at the moment, I think altogether we are committing how much? 70.
70. मनोज जी आप कर रहे हो कमिट? You are नहीं.
20.
पांचों जा रहे हैं ना, 25
नहीं
20 में 5 जा रहे हैं, ठीक है.
90.
20 में 5 जा रहे हैं, ठीक है.
It's on milestone based.
Is
5%. So basically we're talking about 5%. So 70 and 5%. Okay.
so
basically,
but I don't think Ajayji is agreeing to it. So
together we have an offer from the
So I
dais
think
of
what
70
offer
lakhs
stands is
for a
70
valuation
lakhs
of
at 5% is what we're talking
70 lakhs for 5%.
5% equity.
Currently 5% and more equity will come in the next round, or how?
No. The entire, in 2 tranches, we will do it on 2 milestones.
Okay.
Which is a good deal. It will be about 14 crores, I think, right?
One more.
So it is a 14
एक और पहला जो है वो फिक्स पे आएगा, और नेक्स्ट जो आप नेक्स्ट रेस करोगे ना उसके ऊपर आप डिस्काउंट दे देना हमको. नेक्स्ट जो 35 lakhs है. No. Out of 75 lakhs, 35 lakhs will come at 14 crore valuation. बरोबर है ना गौरव?
70 lakhs total.
No, what he's
At the same valuation, 70
I'll
lakhs,
explain
yeah.
what Manoj is trying to say. 35 lakhs is going to come at 14 crore valuation.
Correct.
And second tranche will be a discount to the next round.
When you raise the next round,
Yes.
that discount.
So that is
Correct. Perfect.
perfect. Okay. And the milestones, Manojji will sit with you and sit on a business over the table. You all discuss the milestones.
Perfect.
And you have investments
You being in Mumbai, you
from
can lead that.
JB, Vikashji and Ankurji also. 30 lakhs. So you have a 1 crore commitment.
Thank you so much.
The best part is you are getting so many people here, and from our side, Gauravji will lead our team, investment team.
Perfect. So, Gauravji is going to take the director's seat here.
I'm not taking a board seat. Board seat.
Yes, yes.
I will be there.
Sir,
I will be there.
board
I want to take a board seat.
No, he is. Gauravji, you are taking?
Okay.
Gaurav,
Gauravji will take the board seat.
we are getting the board seat,
We have
right?
Cello coming on board.
क्या बोलते हैं ऑडियंस?
Obviously, सोचना भी नहीं है इसमें.
Let's go ahead. Let's.
Done.
I'm not afraid of
Congratulations. So this is 1 crore of investments, 70 lakhs coming from Sharks, 30 lakhs coming from the audience, JIIF WC, and it is milestone based. 50% is going to be at 14 crore pre-money valuation, and another 50 lakhs is going to be at based on some milestones, and the yes discount to the next one. We'll discuss. The terms will be discussed after the board meeting mostly. Can we have? You're also coming up. Chalo, jaldi. We'll close. It's. My last. Good question. We would want to know the investment of Sharks. How is it 70? 2020. Manojji is on. Narendraji, Ashish ji, and Gaurav is coming. Manojji is not. Manojji, you are also investing 20 lakhs. Then how will it be 70? It will be 90, no? बराबर है. Sign कर दिया अभी. I'll also come. Confusion on the amount of the Sharks, but we'll discuss it. Yes, the next one is Scholar. Can we have the founders of Scholar on the stage, please? Quickly, Board is already with you guys. The startup investment will get closed after this round, and you all need to become a JITO Angel Network members to be able to invest in any of the startup. All the best. Is it working? We would request you to keep a little bit of Hindi also. It's working.
It's working?
Just check.
Good evening, everyone.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Great audience, great energy. Thanks for inviting us. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Balaji Venkatraman. I am the co-founder and CEO of Scholar Lab. And this is my partner,
Karthik Shah, co-founder and CTO of Scholar Lab.
Okay. So, we are here to solve an EdTech problem with science. Globally, the global workforce of tomorrow needs to have a strong skills and foundation in science and engineering, right? But especially given the pace at which the technological advancements are happening. But that's not the reality, okay? So there's a lot of struggle happening under the hood. 70 to 80% of students in India and most other countries are struggling understanding science concepts and associating them with real-life applications. For example, many students don't know that the seat belts that we wear in cars is modeled after Newton's laws of motion. तो समझ में नहीं आता उन लोगों को. So क्या करते हैं? रट्टा मारते हैं. रट्टा मार के they do well or not well in the exam is a different thing, but then they forget it very soon. So here's where Scholar Lab comes in. What we said is, science needs to be taught in a hands-on, experiments-oriented manner. Okay, science is all about experiments. So why don't you actually allow students and teachers to run a lot of experiments? not just inside the lab, but outside also in real life situations. Very similar to what happens with flight simulators. Flight simulators, malum hai na aapko? Last 10 to 20 years, it is almost mandated by the airline industry that the pilots have to spend hundreds of hours working on flight simulators, right? Why? Because they need to be able to fly different types of aircrafts, different weather conditions, whether it is raining or bad weather, turbulence and things like that, and be able to handle different airports, right? So this is why we have come in. We have got more than, so we have modeled after the flight simulators, but this is for the science. Now we have more than 150 schools, more than 1 lakh students and teachers actually using our platform. We have racked up more than 1.4 crores of revenue since April 2021. And we have a grand plan to expand significantly more. We have an exciting roadmap to bring collaborative workspaces so multiple students and teachers can collaborate on science experiments and so on and so forth. So really exciting times, and we are looking forward to actually taking this to a larger community in India and in other parts of the world. Our ask today is 5 crores at a 40 crore valuation.
Okay. Thank you so much for your pitch, and those videos are really interesting.
So those are some examples of how we create those simulations. So it's real life. You can see a box being pushed up a ramp, and you know that actually is a real life situation. But a lot of laws of science, physics can be learned out of that.
So these are not the videos. You are just seeing the video, but this is the actual usage of our application.
Okay.
Simulations. Yeah.
So these are all 3D models that...
No, it's
simulations
not.
You can run, you can actually run, you can run that bike and actually find out what happens if you pump in more air than what is needed. And that's modeled after one of the laws of physics or science.
So in simple terms, it's a two-way learning where you have to participate in order to learn something.
You have not talked about the results which you have obtained. अभी तक how much कितना turnover आपने किया है और what monthly अभी क्या कर रहे हैं आप?
So this is the annual license revenue that we are doing, B2B to schools largely, and we have done 1.4 CR of revenue since April 2021. So it's a little over 1 year and 3-4 months, and during that time we have actually done 1.4 CR. And this year, by the end of this financial year, we're looking good to actually do at least 5 CR.
How much?
5
CR.
5 CR of revenue this year, this financial year.
See, this we would like to check in the, whoever invests now, we should check in the DD, you know.
Yeah, so this will be taken care of in the DD process. How they are.
How do you kind of you're trying to scale up by your projections? What I see, you want to really scale it up very quickly in the next 3 to 4 years. So how do you think you're going to manage to do that?
So great question, and we thought about it as well. And what we have done, and we have been successful with so far in limited ways, is by partnerships with people that are already connected with hundreds of schools or thousands of users. Actually, just last month we signed up with an organization in Pune who is connected with 15,000 students across tier 2, tier 3 cities in Maharashtra. So we signed up with them. They have an LMS platform. They are doing digital content distribution. They don't have anything like what we have. Virtual labs, absolutely nothing. There are very few players worldwide, let alone India. And they said, great, come on board. We will take you to 15,000 students. So suddenly we got 15,000 students on board. And that's how we think we can scale. And this is exactly what we are doing outside India as well. So we have a partner in the United States. They are actually taking us, they've signed up to take us to students across North America. So partnerships is key, because going school by school, state by state, city by city is absolutely not scalable. So partnerships is what we think will take us places.
This is pure licensing, or are you going to open a franchisee model, or how do you think
this
you
is pure licensing, and we will, for us to actually stay alive and be ahead of the market is going to be continuous innovation. There are only a few players in the market globally, but for us to actually, we have an advantage, head advantage actually, but for us, we think continuous innovation, and we have several things in our product roadmap to actually bring to the table on a regular basis.
Some schools that you're already working with?
Singhania, one of the recent, actually last month. The most recent addition this week is Jain Public School in Chennai. So they came on board, they signed up with us, they are on board. So
Do you use any augmented reality and virtual reality gears for your content?
we can, but see, we did our research actually, prototyping and things like that. So the same technology that we are using today is capable of 3D, like we are doing, plus augmented reality and virtual reality. But for us to actually scale fast with least amount of constraints, is to not have dependencies on devices. So for example, augmented reality we can do easily, but then there is a dependence on a good camera. So if you don't have a good camera, then that's a constraint. So right now, with the way we are today, we can easily deploy it across, let's say, 10,000 or 15,000 users overnight. That's how fast we can do it. So the model is created. We can go AR and VR. VR is something that we are thinking about. We are planning to actually partner with device manufacturers such as HP, and that may happen. And if we do that, it will be VR labs for specific schools or certain. We can create center of excellence type of thing.
We just got 11 answers here.
Your business is all about content creation. I had a question. What is the total capital that you require to create content for all the classes and all the ICSE, CBSEs? So we are done with grade 6 to 10 largely. Okay. See, this is a never-ending process actually. You are never done. It's like we have actually largely comprehensively addressed, I would say, upwards of 90% for grade 6 to 10. 11th and 12th probably it's about 50-60%. So we are not just stopping there. So grade 6 to 12 we definitely want to do it. We have an innovative, there's a deep research that happens before content is created. But we want to go beyond engineering and medical colleges as well. So that's the next step. And then we also want to do collaborative workspaces using Metaverse and Web 3.0. So those are the two next big things that will happen.
And one more thing I just want to add for a few minutes. I know the time is less. So actually, our content creation, we are right now focused on a STEM 6 to 12, but our tool is designed in a way that we can grow quickly to the colleges also, universities also, and in future, if this tool can be used in training also. Like, this is not our forte right now. We are focused on 6 to 12 right now, but we can grow and scale in that manner also. Horizontally and vertically, both the way.
Okay, offers.
So do you have any permanent employees who create content in your this thing, or is all?
I'm the CTO, and me and Balaji both started this thing together, where I am the responsible person for leading the technology team, and we have 5 people of technology, like 5 people of team in-house, and apart from that we have development partners also, because we have a development pipeline in ready, so we can utilize those development partners in order to help us in developing content faster.
We also have an academic team that actually creates.
Have you got any feedback from the people who are using it on the quality of the content? And
Absolutely,
please share.
absolutely. Singhania, for example.
Can you share?
Yeah, Singhania, for example, came back and told us that they needed a deeper content for specific simulations. So we went back, we discussed with them, and actually created those.
Offer.
I'm a bit confused. I was not there on the pitch. I like your product. By understanding,
5 crore at a 40 crore is what the ask is.
I know, but are you investing, whatever you're going to take, are you investing in the instruments? 3D instruments, what are you investing in?
So we are investing in 2 things. One is, so 50% of the money will go into product development. There's a product roadmap that we have for the next 2 to 3 years. So it will definitely go into that. Second is marketing and product support. We will absolutely have to see that's where we are struggling today. Marketing, especially if we have to create those partnerships, and also.
But I'm a little bit surprised with this figures of FY23, where you're showing a profit of 35 crores, is it?
No, not. That is for the following year, the FY24, 23-24. But for 22-23, we are actually not showing a profit. We will still actually.
But that means FY24, you're going to make a profit of 35 crores.
Yeah, that's because our revenues are actually going to be that much more. So 3.5 crores, right?
3.5 crores, exactly. This is some wrong.
50 lakhs.
Yeah, the profit is 3.5 crores, not 35.
50 lakhs. Offers. Ajayji, you want to lead?
No, unfortunately, I think I have certain views. I am out. But the reason, just quickly, the reason I think is licensing renewal is quite challenging. There have been cases like EduComp and Byju's and many others. Because in my opinion, the content industry has been disrupted already by virtual reality and AR. That is one. Second, content, there is so much of free content available everywhere globally. So to monetize content as a business model, I am unable to comprehend. For that reason, I am out. Thank you.
No, but still, there is videos available all over the place. But being able to run simulation on your own with
But in my opinion, that simulation with virtual reality is what is already come in. So they have disrupted.
So we can do it. What we said is that
no, it's not that one can also do incrementally, but there are specialized players who are coming in, and also content as such, there is so much of free content available. So unless it's cutting edge, this is my personal view. I hope I am wrong, but for that reason I am out. Thank you.
So, okay.
Narendraji.
I would also not go ahead with this proposal. Many reasons, but time is short. I won't explain, but I will refrain.
Okay. Like I said, simulations is still, there are only a few players in the world. Labster is the leader. And
I can understand, Balaji, but I'm still not been, I have not understood it properly, so I am not able to comment anything on it. I like it very, I like the content very interesting. I would like to revisit it maybe after some time, but not today. I can't comment anything. I can't commit anything.
I think it's the same. It's a great. I think it's a good product. But I don't understand the sector very well. So I think I need a little more time. Probably revisit it in the future as well. Thank you.
So I think one thing I should compliment you. You have phenomenal clarity in your thoughts. Also, I think as far as pricing is concerned, you are selling your product between 3 to 5 lakhs to a school, which I think hits the sweet spot. Your model, I'm assuming that it's a cloud-based technology, so that also takes care of a lot of connectivity. May be an issue with some of the schools, but connectivity we are able to do offline as well. So there are a few schools that have asked us if you can do offline. So there's conditions that once in a week they have to log in, but connectivity is an issue that we can address, especially when we go to tier 2, tier 3 cities in India.
Offer.
दे सकता हूँ मैं. So if you want to consider a valuation of 25 crore rupees, I'll be willing to commit you 25 lakhs plus 25 lakhs. So total of 50 lakhs. Next 25 lakhs comes when you do the next round at a discount, agreed discount, and 25 comes now. Thanks. First of all, thanks for that offer. Thanks for your consideration. Our immediate thoughts is that 25 plus 25 is it's a smaller amount of quantum of money as compared to what we are trying to raise. But I appreciate it. If there's a way that you can actually increase that quantum to at least 1 crore or 1.5 crore, that will be great. And valuation we can discuss. I'm willing to. We can be flexible about it. But is there a way that we can bring it to at least 1 crore, 1.5 crore? One perspective that I think I should have also added is that we are running schools as well. Great. Cambridge and ICSE curriculum, around 5,000 students with a, I think, reasonable amount of network with the school fraternity. So that's where we may be able to add some value also, other than purely just being a financial investor.
And Ashish is a great brand himself, so you should take him on board also.
No, we are absolutely glad to take you on board. If there's a way that you can up the money, the quantum, if anybody else can come on board because he is in, Ashish ji is in.
I will come 25 lakhs.
You will add 25 lakhs. Oh, okay.
Wow. So you have 75 lakhs committed from the Shah.
So,
okay, I'll come
50 lakhs
25
here, 25 here.
his face value.
Oh, great.
I'll come in.
So 1 crore हो गया आपका. 1 crore, great. So.
Wow. So we have 1 crore commitment
Is there a
at
way
a
that
25 crore valuation currently.
Yeah, is it possible to come to 30? Because we were actually wanting to get it at 40 crore valuation. At a 30 crore valuation, is that?
बॉस ब्रांड आपके साथ में ये ध्यान रखो करके.
Okay.
अपने आप इसको लेके जाओगे तो आपको और मिलेगा कहीं से और मिल जाएगा. ये हो गया ना. फास्ट हो गया चेक ले लो. एक साथ टाइम
Done.
Thank you. Sure. Anybody from the audience wants
So,
to add?
audience, this is open for you. We have 1 crore commitment, 50 lakhs Ashish ji, 25 lakhs and 25 lakhs Manoj ji and Gaurav ji. And yes, so we have 3 sharks, 1 crore commitment at a 25 crore pre-money valuation. So 50% is upfront, 50% CCPS, right? Right. Chalo. Sorry, photo. Do we have the photographer? I'll come in the frame too. The last startup for the day, Auto Next.
Hi Sharks, I'm Kaustubh and this is Pankaj Goel. We are from Autonex Automation Private Limited. We are a company which is building India's first electric self-driving tractor. We are also India's first tractor which is 5G enabled. We have won a lot of Agritech awards for this particular product. We already have orders in hand and we've got a LOI from Lamborghini. Lamborghini sabko pata hi hoga, to license the name Lamborghini to these tractors once we go for production and in Europe. We also it's basically a royalty plus equity kind of a structure. So I'll give the details. Yeah, sure. So basically, our product, as you can see, we have 3 variants. We are the only company in high HP range as well. 35 HP and 45 HP. Nobody in the country has actually manufactured and shown. We are the only electric tractor company that is actually working products already on the fields. We have tried and tested the product on different soil types, different climatic conditions. As you know, in India we have, and our product is working completely fine. And cherry on the cake, it does not require a driver to be sitting on the tractor while it's operating and getting the job done on the fields. So जब आपने देखा रहेगा कि आप ट्रैक्टर पे बैठते हो तो आपका पूरा spinal injuries वगैरह होता है. It's like it does not have a shock absorber. It's like driving a car without shock absorbers on a very bad road. So that's what actually we are solving by making it completely driverless. You'll see some clips of that as well. So it also charges in 8 hours on single phase supply and on 2 hours on fast charger on 3-phase supply. It will work for the entire day, 8 to 10 hours of performance, and get the job done. You can charge it overnight and run it again. So as you can see, we've already done the trials for different applications as well. And so about the production, Mr. Pankaj Goel.
We also have the app. हमारा एक ऐप है जिसमें आप ये देख सकते हैं कि कब चार्ज करना है. अगर उसको रेंट कर रहे हैं तो उसकी शेड्यूलिंग वो सब मॉनिटर कर सकते हैं, एटसेट्रा. The world market for tractor जो 5 साल का प्रोजेक्शन है अभी 65 बिलियन यूएस का है, 5 साल में 100 मिलियन यूएस है. We predict that 10% would be electric. We take 10% of that. We are targeting 100 million, and which is only 0.4% of Indian market and 0.1% of the world market. तो उस प्रोडक्शन के लिए तैयार होने के लिए हमारा पूरा सप्लाई चेन रेडी है, हमारी टूलिंग रेडी है, शीट मेटल की. We have the castings, the complete supply chain on motor, battery. It's all set. We have the prototypes done. We will go for certification now, and we have orders, as Kaustubh said. हमारे orders हैं हाथ में, और हमारा पायलट रन जो है वो सितंबर टू दिसंबर में हमारा पायलट लॉट का रन प्रोडक्शन होने वाला है.
Yes. So also, I mean, this tractor, as you can see, it's driverless. We recently received an offer from a largest telecom company for integrating integrating 5G in this tractor. As I mentioned, it's the first 5G enabled tractor in the entire world. You can sit at home, you can run it directly wherever you want.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you want to end with your ask?
Yes, so we are raising 5 crore funding at a valuation of 160 crores, which is 3% for 5 crores. Yeah.
Do we have questions and do we have offers?
These trials are happening in Nashik, by the way, the video that you see.
The last raise was at 2.6 crores.
6.5 crores.
6.5 crores.
6.5 crore was the raise at?
Yeah, at a pre-money valuation of 20 crores, which started in 2018. It happened in phases. And
you are developing a motor, electric motor.
Yes,
But you're importing from China now?
No, not a single part except for the cells. Cells are obviously coming from China, but BMS that goes into the battery and all the components, connectors, everything is
it's all make in India.
All in India.
With cells BIS certified.
Factory.
Okay. We plan to have a contract manufacturing in Hyderabad, one place, and another contract manufacturing in Ludhiana. We already have tie-ups with them based on the end customer. We can produce anywhere. And
total capacity of 1,000
tractors a month. That's the capacity that we have.
बस वैल्यूएशन इतना क्यों मांग रहे हो आप यार?
So recently there was another company which made only one tractor, 27 HP ka, and they got bought for 230 crores by one of the largest groups by only one electric tractor, not even self-driving. And there's an international company, Indian ही है, जो US में settle हुए हैं. They again made an electric tractor which was also self-driving, made for only horticulture farmers, and again it got acquired for $63 million without having any orders. We already have orders.
Apart from that, we have orders, and our projections for 4 years is over 4,000 tractors a year, which is...
you already have an order?
Yes, we already have an order in hand, and we are dealing with institute buyers. We are not directly going to go for farmers.
What is the cost of one tractor?
Yes, so it's depending on the model. So 20 HP, 35 HP, 45 HP. The biggest one, it costs around 12.5 to 13 lakhs.
And what is the running cost?
The running cost is 5 to 6 times cheaper compared to diesel. तो मैंने एक जो 400 सीमेंट बैग्स का ट्रॉली डेली पुल करता था, उसके साथ बात किया था. ही सेड कि मेरा इसमें कॉस्ट जो है 22 से 24 महीने में पूरा निकल जाएगा. When we are talking to ये जो institutional companies हैं, उनसे हम बात कर रहे हैं, they have a complete system which they have changed because of our tractor. They were going for 150 HP tractor, importing those with big machines attached to that, and based on our tractor they are changing the complete value chain and want to go with us.
Right. And also
questions and offers.
It's too much valuation. I think I'm not able to understand. Not able to justify. I'm out, boss.
Okay. I think it's the same for me as well. I think the valuation is just not justified. I think you don't even have a product out as yet.
We have three variants. 20, 30, 35.
You have a pre-patent on. You have a patent on this.
Off-road automation patent we have.
Okay.
And we have to get the certification done. So that is the certification that is pending. But rest, the 3 tractors are running. We are doing the testing, and we have so many applications that you have seen. All the demanding application we have proven.
आप लोग क्या क्या करेंगे और क्या बाहर से करा के लेंगे? Which are the operations you will do in house and which are the operations you will subcontract?
So हमारा एक्सक्लूसिव अरेंजमेंट है मोटर मैन्युफैक्चरर के साथ, जो कि मोटर हमें एक्सक्लूसिवली दे आर मेकिंग फॉर अस. बैटरी BMS इज अगेन एन एक्सक्लूसिव अरेंजमेंट. बाकी लाइक इन एनी अदर ऑटोमोबाइल वी हैव अ वेंडर बेस, सो ऑल द अदर पार्ट्स इट इज इन ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री आर procured, so we are doing the same, and we will do the there are proprietary parts which are our design, which is interface and the styling parts, so we are getting all of those done outside. We will be doing the assembly, painting, testing, the tuning of the motor controller, and all of that is ours. So we are using the vendors the most cost effective way. I've been in automobile companies for 8-9 years, Maruti Udyog and Devi Motors, and that's the model we are using for this as well.
My view is that this is an industry which requires a lot of design, validation, type testing. So at your scale, either you have to really scale up and talk about the investment of 1,000, 2,000 crores, and they are only the big ones, if you see in the tractor industry. So I would really refrain. I mean, good luck to you.
Yes.
But I really have that. Would you ever be able to invest the kind of money to design and manufacture the tractors?
So basically, we have been listening to this for last 5 years that Mahindra up hai, ye hai, wo hai. You can't become another Mahindra, but that's what is actually stopping us from beating that top 5 league. And we believe that our technology is totally different. It's not the conventional IC engine जिसमें आप cost compete करके tractor को forcefully बेचोगे. We believe that Indian farmers, technically 80% of them cannot afford a tractor to by themselves. They can actually rent it, and that's what also we have already.
Offers. You are out. You are out. Narendraji.
To me also, agri sector is not my domain expertise. I am unable to understand that segment.
Yes.
And looking at the valuation also, I am opting out, unfortunately.
Sure. Thank you, sir. No problem.
I think it's a high-risk game from my perception. Sure. So I would opt out of the.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for the house full. We'll call Ankurji for the vote of thanks. We had 6 startups coming up. Total commitments of about 4.5 crore, 4.25 crores.
Just 2 minutes.
एक 5 मिनिटं फक्त सगळ्यांनी थांबायचं आहे. आपण इतक्या वेळ बसलो आहोत. 5 मिनिटात आपला कार्यक्रम संपत आहे. आपण आत्ता पहिले वोट ऑफ थँक्स होईल आणि त्यानंतर जे 5 स्टार्टअप होते त्यांना आपण पार्टिसिपेशन सर्टिफिकेट देणार आहोत. तर 5 ते 7 मिनिट आहे. सगळ्यांना विनंती की कृपया थांबावं.
Thank you so much everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all the sharks. एक blockbuster movie के लिए जो लगता है, basically producers, directors, your actors. आज के producers sharks के लिए जोरदार तालियां, please audience. Come on, everyone. मनोज जी मेहता, गौरव जी राठौर, नरेंद्र जी गोलिया, आशीष जी कटारिया, and hello, sorry. So everyone, I would like to thank JIIF team, JIIF Secretariat and JIIF team, Jitendraji Bhandari, Vikas ji Kawar, also youth team, Dheeraj, Rinkal and Chirag, thank you coming here. And JIIF Secretariat, please guys, can you please come on the stage? Guys please, आज का जो शो है ये लोगों ने अपने लिए 1 महीने का हार्डवर्क करके these startups, these guys have selected us. आओ Bayal, Drumil, please come on, round of applause guys, come on.
एक कंपनी को बुला ले इनके.
Yes. Jinal, 1 minute. Jinal, 1 minute on the stage. Please, 1 minute on the stage. One picture, only one picture. 1 minute. अरे नहीं छोड़ेंगे यार, don't worry. So, round of applause guys, come on JIIF team के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां. So this is the participation certificate for the startup. Yeah. एक फोटो खींच लो ना, चलो. बोल दो. हाँ. Guys, please thank you all the startups who has got the raise. अभी तक 4.5 करोड़ रुपया रेज हो चुका है. एक बार जोरदार तालियां इस पूरे फंक्शन के लिए, स्टार्टअप्स के लिए और अपने आप के लिए, एक शानदार ऑडियंस के लिए. Thank you so much.
I hope every one of you enjoyed today's evening. It was a blockbuster evening. I invite the next startup, Look Studio, to please come on the stage. For Look Studio, I will request Dheeraj Bhai, if you can please come. Dheeraj Bhai, Pankaj Patni, Ankur Ji Surana, Jinendra Bhandari, Manish Ji Jain, if you can please come on the stage to felicitate our next startup, Look Studio. Look Studio, can we have on the stage, please? Look Studio है क्या नहीं है? In absence of Look Studio, can we have the Teachers app? Teachers app, Think Monk, can you please come on the stage? वे निकल गया वो टिकट है सगा स्टार्टअप नहीं थी. I would like to thank all of you in the audience for today's blockbuster event. Can we have startups? Can we have the Scholar app on the stage to receive your participation certificate? I would like to invite Sunitaji Bohora, Kamleshji Kothari, Sachinji Shah, Rahulji Dungarwal, Vikasji Kanwar to facilitate our next startup, Teachers app.
Bro.
Happy birthday. Startup है क्या? Thank you. Hey राहुल भाई, next startup है क्या? Trueno. Soumil है क्या? Soumil. I would like to next invite Soumil from Trueno. I would like to invite Vijayji Lodha, Dhirajji Picha, Rakeshji Bohora, Vijayji Bedmutha, Sandeepji Kataria and Dr. Atulji Jain to facilitate our next startup, Trueno. Trueno was able to raise 1 CR today with 1 board seat to Gauravji Rathod. Next, I would like to invite the Auto Next. I would like to invite Satishji Hiran, Hemantji Duggad, Deepakji Modi, Saurabhji Parak, Rakeshji Bohora to please felicitate our next startup, Auto Next. Auto Next had received the highest vote in the audience. The audience loved their product. Thank you so much for all for this participating and thank you so much for the नहीं दिखा
ओके पहले कितना क्यों नहीं आया चलो थैंक यू ऑल
Thank you all and Jai Jinendra.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे